What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts unsolicited, nobody cares, I don't even care, but I'm still doing it anyway. All right, and I'm back, and I have a special guest, Jake Wade's son. What's the business?
Yo, I am here on this Sunday, not caring as well.
Right on, so I guess we're going to not care together.
Very good.
All right, so we're back, and we're going to continue our series on the number one hits of the '80s. Who did and who did not belong? Good lord, we this is our fourth one. Man, I had no idea there was that many number one songs during the '80s. Man, this is like turned into a freaking odyssey. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought it might take just one or two shows to get it done, but we're on show number four, and it'll probably take another show to finish it off. So did you know there were that many hit songs, number one songs in the '80s?
I mean, considering they have a pretty much a new song, or at least they chart these things once a week, and the 80s lasted for 10 years. Yes.
I mean, but is that an indictment on the quality of the music? Because if there were so many number one songs, that means that there are a lot of songs who were there for just maybe just only a week,
I
versus
mean,
song.
isn't that how it goes in general? Where, people are fickle, and these songs aren't necessarily of the best quality. So, people latch on to things and they're like, yeah, we're tired of that. So then there's something that comes along and captivates the audience, and, you know, wow, it's this new thing, we're loving it. And then the next week, oh, there's another new thing. So I don't know if it's really an indictment of the quality of music so much, but really the fickleness of people. That's what I think it is.
So that means that during the '80s, folks had attention deficit disorder.
Oh, they still do though. It's I think if you look back, if we were to go back and do the number one hits of the 50s, it would be the same.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. I don't. Let's see, who was around in the 50s? I don't know. I'm going to say somebody. Um,
Elvis.
okay, Elvis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think Elvis had all the number ones in the 50s?
No, what I'm thinking is, because back then accessibility, when you didn't have streaming and internet and all this kind of stuff where you can listen to any song at a drop of a hat. You basically the only way you can listen to a song was to actually buy the record or to listen to the radio, and hopefully your song would come on. So you would think that more that that the hit songs may have a little bit more staying power. So you might have songs that might have been number one for 5 or 6 weeks. Therefore, you would have less number one hit songs over the course of that decade because one song would dominate the charts for a longer stretch of time. Versus in the '80s, it seemed like every week it was a different number one song. Therefore, there's more volume. You dig me? It was like saturation.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess in the 50s, you maybe didn't have that many. But when you come to like the 80s, you have record stores, people buying cassette tapes, and the radio, you have videos. You know, it's just more accessible at that point, and people are fickle, as I said. So then when you see more of it, you tend to consume more of it, and then you move on to the next thing more often than you would before. And now it's even worse because you have a new song every day, and there's the new big thing every single day. So yeah, I think the fact that people are fickle and things as time passes become uh, more accessible, more available. Um, you see these so-called number ones change very often.
I agree. I mean, and like you said, I think the quality level is less because there's just so much out there that a song don't even really have to have, you know, that excellence that may have needed, back in the '50s or '60s and maybe even the '70s to have that kind of staying power. Because I think once again, fans are less discerning now than they were, back in the day. I guess nowadays you got a nice hook to it, and whatever you can, but I don't know shit.
Well, I think that is the main thing. With our on-the-go nature, this day and age, people don't sit around and there are some people like me who actually sit and listen to an album in its entirety. But most people, they listen to their stuff, when they're out, they're at the gym, they're in the car, they're, out at their friend's house or whatever. People don't pay that much attention It's just what is there at the moment. Um, I, I don't think you really have people who are sitting there. The vast majority of people are not really taking it in. So if there's a song with an earworm of a chorus, just, oh wow, that sounds good. You don't even care what they're talking about; it just sounds good. It's I guess you can make the argument that it's the quality, but I think all these things just add up to be what we have right here. Is people moving on to the next thing because it's there and it's new. Not that it's really good. There are a lot of horrible songs that went to number one, as we've said, and people just liked them most likely because they were faced with it and heard it a lot and got stuck in their head, whatever.
Well, speaking of horrible, yeah, you're right. There are a lot of horrible songs, and we about to hit on a couple of them right now, right off the fucking bat. So that's why that's in the podcasting game. That's what we call a segue. So
very good.
So you know what? Yeah, I'm in the podcasting game. It just dawned on me.
Yeah,
Are,
I'm happy about that.
Are podcasters a member of the media?
Yes, they are actually.
Because obviously it doesn't take any type of training or any type of specialized set of rules or anything that you have to adhere to as a podcaster. You can say anything. It can be false as hell and still say it. And if your listeners believe it, then fuck it, it's the truth. So
obviously, I mean, fake news, the fake news media.
Yeah.
Actual fake news does exist. You see it every single day.
Yeah.
So, if I wanted to, I could start my channel and I could be talking about, the alien that lives in my basement. And there are a few, people will believe the crap, but there are a few things that are completely false about that. First, I said it was an alien. And also, I said he lives with me, and that is not the case. And I don't have a basement. But people can believe that stuff.
Take me to your leader.
It's not even that, I could say, he doesn't look like the aliens that we think about when we think about aliens. He's like a regular person, and his language his language sounds like white noise, but I can understand it. In fact, we say it's like Morse code, but I can understand it. It's really weird. If you heard him, you'd understand it. You'd hear it exactly as it comes out, which is like Morse code. And let me tell you, he has special powers. I lost 50 pounds because he touched me one time. And people will believe it. Like, I want to see your alien, man. So,
dude, can you bring him out?
One day. And I could lead up to it. I could be like, join me on my next show. He's going to speak to you. I'm going to bring him on. Tune in, man. We're going to make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Because you want to be notified when, Jinjar the alien comes on. He's going to touch your life. You might lose, 50 pounds from listening to his voice.
Yeah. It's like, how can
power is that great?
Exactly. I mean, you can put that shit in a bottle, man. Next thing you know, you're a billionaire. So.
I would love that. You know what? If I did not care about people being stupid, I would do that. But I don't want people to be stupid. So,
well, people are stupid, regardless of, anything that you say or do. It's going to be stupid no matter what. So that's why it's called stupidity.
I don't want to add to the problem. I don't want to. Manipulating people is a horrible thing to do. An absolutely horrible thing to do. People like that should go to hell immediately.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on a particular person. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Obviously, I have that particular person on my mind.
Yeah, I do too. So, so that we don't digress any further, I'm gonna leave that portion of it alone because I can go on for hours on just on that one person alone. So you know who you are. If you're out there listening, you know who you are.
Go to hell immediately.
Exactly. Take the Hell Express. All right, that being said, man, we're going to segue back. All right, what we're doing over here, we're going to talk about the number one songs of the 80s, each number one hit, and we're going to give our opinion on it, whether or not it deserved to be a number one song, whether or not it did not deserve to be a number one song. And that is the basis, the foundation of this particular show. So, if you're listening, chime in below. All right, here we go. All right, August. Okay, we left off with Sledgehammer in July of 1986. So it was number one for a week. Then August 2nd, 1986, it was replaced by Sledgehammer was by Peter Gabriel. Next up is Peter Cetera. So you had two Peters in a row. So you had the double Peter effect going on. I'll leave that one alone too.
Yeah.
So Peter Cetera with Glory of Love. And I think Glory of Love was from the Karate Kid movie. Great movie. The song, I guess the song did kind of fit, the movie a little bit or whatever. But Peter Cetera was, the sappy balladeer from the group Chicago. And I just, it was adult contemporary type music. And I wouldn't film this song. How about you?
I hate this song. I hate it. I don't really like the Karate Kid. I haven't seen the Karate Kid in a long time, but I was never really a fan.
It was basically Rocky for teenagers who like karate. Basically, go.
Yeah, and I don't know. I love Rocky, but Karate Kid just never did it for me. But this song, when I think of Karate Kid, I think of this song, and when I think of this song, I think of Karate Kid, and it's horrible. Kind of haunted by it. No, I don't feel this song at all. I'm not a Peter Cetera fan, and this is really the only song I think about when I think of him. And it's weird. It only stayed at number one for 2 weeks because I thought it was more popular than that. But no, I'm not into it. I can understand why it will be number one though, because that movie was a hit.
Yeah.
And people like this kind of stuff. So I mean, whatever. If you want to say that it deserves to be there based on that, sure. But I don't think it's a good song.
No, it wasn't a good song, but yeah, it did deserve to be there. Just kind of based on the time that it hit. So, fun fact: the director of the Karate Kid is the same guy that directed Rocky. So there you go. So if you didn't know that,
right.
now you do.
Right. I
So
didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Yeah. Right. I haven't thought about it, but yeah, I think I knew that. No wonder they're so similar, huh?
Yep, exactly. It's like a cookie cutter, basically. Sweep the leg. Yeah, get him a body bag.
See, people always reference that stuff, and I don't even remember it because I haven't seen it in so long.
Danielson.
Like it. And I have
Mr. Miyagi.
I have a friend who actually is. She worked on the Cobra Kai series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's always espousing the virtues of that show, and I've not watched it because I do not want to watch anything related to Karate Kid. But maybe I will. Who knows?
You know what? It's not bad. I kind of like the concept behind it. Obviously, it's catching up with these guys. 30 some odd years later, and how you find out how that event in their lives changed their lives for the good and for the worse. So. Danielson goes on to become a millionaire, and Johnny is a down and out drunk. So yeah, so I like the concept of. I saw maybe like 3 or 4 episodes and I left it alone. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. You know what I mean? So I am not endorsing Cobra Kai, but I'm not poo-pooing it either. So watch it and judge for your damn self. How about that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I've seen little clips of it. And, it's kind of funny what I've seen, but I can't envision myself sitting down and watch it, to be honest.
No, like I said, I tried. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. Like I said, it was decent, but like I said, it's just nothing to write home about. So,
yeah.
There you go. All right, enough about them niggas. I just called Danielson a nigga. Oh, shit.
Who cares?
Okay.
I'm sure he says it too.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably does. All right. Next up is Madonna, Papa Don't Preach. It was number one for 2 weeks. And Papa Don't Preach, this song, this was obviously during the height of Madonna's popularity, where any song that she released, just went straight to number one, whether it was good or bad, because this song fucking sucks. And I never liked this song. and it wasn't really it was about something, but it wasn't about anything. I mean, it was manipulative, if nothing else. It was about her. I think she's like got pregnant, as a teenager or whatever, and she telling her dad, "Don't preach to me, a motherfucker. Just help me raise this damn baby." What kind of message is that sending? Okay, I didn't listen to you, Dad. To be a good girl and to focus on my studies and try to, make a life for myself. Instead, I decided to be a hoe, but I still don't want you, running me down. I want you to be here to help me take care of my baby because I'm gonna have it whether you like it or not, bitch. See, that's why you knocked up now because you don't listen. Shit.
Well, you know what? I can understand the logic behind it in a way. You made a mistake and you come to your father for some solace or whatever, some consolation, and he might be mad that you don't want him to like yell at you and stuff like, "Please, will you just help me? I'm sorry that I did this, Daddy. I'm sorry." I can understand it in a way, but no, it's not that great of a message.
Nah, I taught you right from wrong, okay? But instead you out here in the street slinging your ass left and right. You know what I mean? And this is the result. Okay, now you 15, 16 years old, finna have a goddamn baby. You got a whole nother life you got to take care of now. So college is out the window. You know what I mean? Living the normal life of a teenager is out the window. You know what I mean? Come on.
But would Papa tell that to his son who got a woman pregnant? What would he say to him?
It's a double standard. I know it's that age old double standard. I mean, if you're a boy having sex with a bunch of girls, you're a stud. But if you're a girl having sex with a bunch of boys, you're a hoe. Or if you get knocked up as a teenage girl, you're a hoe. Whereas really all the boy got to do is just pay child support, but he can live his life and keep on keeping on, go to college and do whatever the fuck it is he want to do. You know what I mean? I get that, and I'm not saying it's right because it's not, but it is a double standard. In this world, there are certain double standards that we have to live with, and that's one of them. You know what I mean? As a parent of 15-year-old twins who will be 16 in about a month and a half, Noah and Mackenzie, Dad loves you. In about 2 months they'll be 16 years old. Anyways, I've had to have that conversation with my youngest and everything, and hopefully the values that I've tried to instill them with have taken root, and they won't go down that path, and they both won't, but you never know. But yeah, Madonna was slinging her ass all over the street, got knocked up, and now she's telling Dad, "I don't want to hear your bullshit. You need to just take care of me, or you need to be there for me." So if Dad was like, "Bitch, get the fuck out of my house," I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But as a parent, you're not gonna put your kids in the street because they're still your kids no matter what. You want to support them, but just a bad decision. So I don't like the message that this song fucking sent. So I ain't like it anyway. The song didn't sound good in the first place. But then with the message on top of that, it's trash. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. I will agree with you. It's kind of a crap song with a crap message, and I think the video was crap too. But people liked it. People love Madonna. I don't really fault her for doing something like this.
I wish I knew how many girls got knocked up after this song because they took this song to heart and got all rebellious and shit. What do you think?
I don't know. I can't really speculate on that. I don't know why anybody would take the word of Madonna and be like, "I'm gonna do what she did in that video," knowing that she didn't really do it. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. So, but that shows you the power of music, anyway, and celebrity and fame, all kind of stuff. Madonna says, "Go out and have a baby." Damn it, I'll go out and have a baby. So, anyways, all right, enough about that nigga. Let me stop. All right, next up is Steve Winwood with Higher Love, and it was #1 for a week. Now, this is a song that I liked it, but it was an earworm. You mentioned it earlier, earworm. The hook, it got to a point where the hook just is like a nails on a chalkboard to me. So I liked it back in the day. For about 10 minutes after that, I didn't like it anymore. But it was a catchy tune. I see why it went #1, so I guess it deserved to be #1. I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't like this song. I do think that the chorus is like nails on a chalkboard. It's repetitive, and it is. The guy's a good singer, I guess, but I've never liked it, and it's just not the kind of song that I would be into. But with that being said, it is an earworm, like you said, and it is something that you it will force you to like it. And it didn't happen to me, but I can understand if people really were like, "Oh, this song's not that great," but I've heard it 17,000 times, and I kind of like it now. And you could do worse, I guess. So number one for 1 week is all right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's disposable. I don't think folks are waking up in the morning. Hey, I gotta hear higher love today. Oh, by
I
the
mean,
way,
there might be.
huh?
There might be.
Yeah, yeah. Probably somebody who works in a doctor's office or something. Uh,
Maybe.
uh,
Yes.
fun fact: the backing vocals by Shaka Khan. I think back during the mid '80s or whatever, I guess it was cool to have Shaka Khan singing backup on your records or whatever, because she turned up on a lot of people's records or whatever. So I don't know why, but
You make money.
I guess so. I guess you need to loot or whatever. You know what I mean? So by the way, Shaka Khan, she did the remake. She did the remake of Prince's "I Feel for You." And that's probably like the worst cover in the history of covers. And one day I'm gonna do a deep dive on how Shaka Khan butchered one of Prince's signature songs of his early career. So I got beef with her just because of that. And obviously, she and Prince became friends down the line. He did a lot of work with her, but I never forgave her for fucking up that song. So Shaka Khan, if you're out there listening, fuck you.
Oh, I wish we wouldn't say that. But
Why?
okay. Yeah,
Why? Why?
she deserves respect.
Whatever. You shouldn't have fucked up Prince's song then. You want my respect, don't touch
Many,
Prince.
many, many, many years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people make mistakes, okay? And people actually like that song. I don't think it's that
I
bad.
don't give a damn. That song is fucking awful. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka
I don't
Khan.
think it's that
I wonder what Prince thought when he heard that shit. Shaka Khan. What the fuck?
bad.
Are you serious?
I don't think it's that bad.
God. And then you got Stevie Wonder playing the damn harmonica. I mean, oh man, this song is fucking awful, man. And like I said, it has no virtue whatsoever. So,
All right.
anyways, this is not a story about Shaka Khan, but we're gonna one day I'm gonna go in on her black ass. So.
I mean, that's one of her more popular songs. Though.
I know. And like I said, but you're gonna take you're gonna take a Prince song and butcher it like that, and that be your signature song. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't get my respect on that. Prince is sacred, and you don't fuck with Prince. Damn it. There's just some artists who shouldn't be covered, and he's one of them.
I agree with that. But I personally don't think she did that terrible of a job.
You're wrong. And maybe we ought to do a show on artists who can't be covered, and like a list, like the top 10 artists who can't be covered. And I think that make for an interesting discussion. So, folks, if you're out there listening, if you think we should do a show on artists who shouldn't be covered, hit me up. So, that being said, all right, where were we? Next up, did you need to add something else before I keep on?
Nope.
All right. Next up is Bananarama with Venus. It was number one for a week, and I think Venus was a cover, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it was a cover. And of course, Bananarama was this. It was a trio, right? It was a trio.
Yes.
Yeah, a trio of white girls. Were they British?
White girls.
They were white.
Yes, they are British. Yes, that's a British.
Yeah, a trio of British white girls with blonde hair who took the music scene by storm for a couple of weeks or whatever, for maybe a year or so. Because they also had another hit song. They did the song from Karate Kid as well, didn't they? Cruel Summer.
Yes.
Which was a good song.
I love that song.
Yeah, actually, they definitely fit that particular movie. So, but Venus is the song that took them to number one. And, I mean, it was another earworm type of a song for me or whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. It was just there, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. So, there you go. Go.
I like this song.
What do you like about it, man? What's redeeming about this song to you?
I mean, I like the bass line. I like the way they perform it. I mean, I think it just sounds good to me. It's not like the best song I've ever heard, but I enjoy it. I mean, it's not a horrible song, and I'm looking at it now, and apparently there's a cover of Shocking Blue, and I actually kind of like Shocking Blue from what I've heard from them. I had to go back. I didn't know that this is their song. Go back and listen to their version. But anyway, um, it's just not. It's not offensive. It's kind of an electronic pop song, and it's really just kind of it's interesting. I don't think it's a terrible song at all. I'm not gonna say, man, this is one of the best songs of the '80s. It should have been at number one for 7 weeks. But it's just it's worth listening to. I'm not offended by it.
Yeah, I tell you what. If you would have said that you thought this song should have been number one for 7 weeks, I would have hung up on you. Click.
I mean, I probably hung up after I said it, but it's really not that bad, and I wouldn't put on a mixtape or anything. But if you played it for me right now, I'll tap my foot a little bit. It's not terrible. It does not offend me like it does like a lot of these other songs do. So yeah, I can definitely see why it'll be number one. I'm okay with it.
Whatever, man. All right. Next up is Berlin with "Take My Breath Away." It was number one for a week, and Berlin was this pop group or whatever, and I think this was their only major hit. Their claim to fame is their lead singer is an actress by the name of Terry Nunn. So she had some notoriety and everything. So, but this song was when it comes to 80s pop, ballads or whatever, it's near the top of the list or whatever, so to speak. I mean, it's I think it survived the test of time. This was from Top Gun, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, it's from Top Gun, so that helped its popularity as well. Yeah, I think it deserved to be number one. Go.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't, this isn't like my favorite song in the world, and I'm not a fan of Top Gun. I don't like that movie. But the song is interesting in a certain way. It has kind of a breathy sound to it. It's kind of an atmospheric song.
Yeah, it is atmospheric. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
And I think the vocals are really good. So, yeah, to this day, I'm not offended by it, and I can tolerate it. I don't think again, this is not a song that I'm just gonna I can't wait to listen to Take My Breath Away. But if I hear it, I'm not gonna be like, turn that crap off. I kind of like it. So number one for 1 week, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't know. It's just, but you know what? Like I said, it's from Top Gun, and I've seen Top Gun once, and that was just, I probably saw it for the first time a couple years ago. But the movie was a huge hit, and let me talk about Top Gun for a second. Top Gun, white dudes love this motherfucking movie. Sweet Jesus. Sweet. And that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch it, especially as a military veteran and everything. When I was in the military, boy, dude, I'm telling you now, young 20-something military men love this motherfucking movie, man. They eat this shit up. They would play it over and over and over again, like in the day room, like when I was in tech school, whatever. They would play the movie over, and they would have that shit on a fucking loop. And I'm like, I just don't get it. But white patriotic dudes love this fucking movie. I don't know why, but they do. Go.
I don't really know why either, but
yeah.
Yeah, I know it was a very popular movie.
Yeah.
But I think I saw it once, in the 90s, and I was like, no. I think I remember why I watched it now. Because I played the game on Nintendo, and the game was whack. So I watched the movie, and the movie was whack.
Was it like Afterburner, or was it?
Kind of like that. It was like a first-person flight game, and It's very, very hard. I remember that. So it wasn't fun. But that game was popular and the movie was popular. Um, people people love that kind of crap. Don't really know why, but yeah. Where am I going with this?
I don't know. Anyway,
That's what I'm going with.
but yeah, the sequel, actually, they made a sequel that it was supposed to come out this summer, but COVID took care of that. But it'll come out, I guess, sometime next year. They did do a sequel to Top Gun, so now I saw the trailer. The trailer looked pretty good. I doubt I'll go see it though, because like I said, I didn't like the first one. And have you seen Val Kilmer lately? Oh my God, what the fuck happened to that nigga?
Well, I can tell you.
What?
People always, make fun of him because he's fat. He has cancer, so he gains weight from his medication.
Mm-hmm.
He has like tongue cancer or something like that.
Oh shit.
He has some kind of horrible cancer.
Now he's in the sequel, so I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna explain him being all fucked up in the sequel. So maybe it'll be a scene where Tom Cruise goes to see him in the hospital or something like, "Motherfucker, you dying, you fucked up." So,
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he talking like through a tube in his neck or something?
No.
Hi Tom, how are you?
He's not like he can talk. That's horrible. That's horrible.
I feel fucked up.
But he's. I sure hope you don't get that kind of cancer.
I hope I don't either.
Cancer at all, but I'm just saying, that's horrible. Don't do that. People make fun of him all the time because he did get fat and everything. But you can't really help what happens to you in your life.
Well, Val, you're out there listening. Get well soon, and much love and respect. And you're a great actor. I loved you in Tombstone and Heat, and he was a great actor during his time. But you look all fucked up now. So, anyways, I hope you do well in your recovery, and you stay with us much longer than Chadwick Boseman. So yeah. So Chad, if you're out there listening, thank you for your work and your short time on this planet. You definitely left an impression. All right. That being said, all right. Next up is Huey Lewis and the News. Stuck with You. It was #1 for 3 weeks. Stuck with You. I mean, this was a saccharine pop ditty ballad novelty type of a song to me, and I mean, yes, it's true. But hey, but anything that includes Mario Cipollina, it has to have some redeeming value. So I'm gonna say it deserves #1 just because of the Mario Cipollina Joey Cola factor. Go.
I go with that too because I don't think I've ever heard the song. But if they are involved, then yes, it should be #1, 2, and 3. So.
You never heard Stuck With You?
I don't think I have. I mean, sing it.
Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you.
Oh,
I can see.
Yeah.
I mean, this song was #1 for 3 fucking weeks, man. Oh my God. But like I said, Mario Cipollina has a special place in my heart, and so does Joey Cola. So just based on that, I'm gonna leave them alone and say they deserve it. So just only based on that. And if you're out there listening, if you don't know who Mario Cipollina and Joey Cola is, go back and listen to my show. What was it? We Are the World, Who Didn't Belong. You'll find out exactly who Joey Cola and Mario Cipollina are. Okay. By the way, because whenever a song goes gold or platinum or whatever, the artists get a gold record, right? A plaque or whatever, right? So that means that when We Are the World went to #1, everybody who was on that recording session got a record, right? So that means that if you go visit, Mario Cipollina's house, you're gonna see We Are the World, in this trophy room on the wall, the gold platinum, the platinum record or whatever. Yeah. I wonder if folks come to his house, what kind of story does he tell? I mean, they ask him, you were on this. I mean, what is he? Does he take credit for it or be like, actually Huey Lewis was on it, but since I was part of the fucking band, I got to go along, and we were there, and we were like in the back, and nobody talked to us because I know who the fuck we were, but we were there. So, what do you think?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, man, I was in the news, so yeah, I was on the song. It was awesome. Yeah, it was a crowning achievement in my life. It was awesome. It was really great to meet all those people and work with them.
I mean, but that had nothing to do with the success of the song. They didn't add anything of value to the song. They were just there.
I mean, they performed on it.
Yeah. you know, but they were like just in the chorus. I mean, it's not like you listen to the song. Oh, I hear Mario Cipollina's sweet, you know, baritone voice or something.
I'm sure he can pick himself out.
Oh man, I just thought of something, man. That means LaToya Jackson has that same plaque.
No, she doesn't. She sold it for crack.
Well, Tito has one. Randy.
Oh
my God! Oh, sweet Jesus, man.
Randy sold it for brass knuckles.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, that's just amazing. That's amazing. Okay, all right. I'm digressing. So
they deserve it.
Anyways, next up we got Janet Jackson with "When I Think of You." It was number 1 for 2 weeks, and obviously this is during the time of the height of the whole Janet Jackson mania from her first, you know, Control and all that kind of stuff, and you know, during this time when she was like the queen of R&B pop music and everything. When I Think of You, this song fucking sucks. I despise this motherfucking song, man. I never liked this goddamn song. You know, be honest with you, man, I was never a huge Janet Jackson fan anyway. You know what I mean? Some of her stuff I kind of dug, man, but you know, just like the Jacksons, whatever. Her music just I felt manipulated whenever I listened to her music, man. You know, so this song, I never got into this song. Didn't like it at all. It fucking sucked. It did not deserve to be number 1. So fuck off. Go.
Huh. Yeah. I don't like the song either. I think it's really kind of sweet and grating. It gives me diabetes when I listen to it.
Hey man, I'm diabetic, man. Yeah, hey, don't.
Oh, I'm supposed to be.
Be sensitive.
Sensitive to you, but you just, you know, made fun of Val Kilmer for having tongue cancer, so I don't know. But anyway.
You try to give yourself a shot in the stomach every morning and see how you feel, motherfucker. Shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Val Kilmer has to do worse than that.
Okay, well, anyway.
Think about that.
Okay.
So yeah, the song sucks. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm not a fan of Janet Jackson as a singer. I mean, she's all right. I like a couple of her songs, but this is not one of them. Does it deserve to be number 1 though?
Hell no.
That's the question. I mean, you know, all respect and success to Janet Jackson. I don't begrudge her having this song at number 1. I do not. But I don't think it's a good song.
I don't either. I don't begrudge her either. I mean, you know, she made it do what it do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know. Just the Jacksons, man. The more I think about the Jacksons, man, just I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna. We already had our conversation about the Jacksons anyway. The Jackson Curse. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Listen to my show, The Jackson Curse, is on my channel. So make sure you subscribe, sign up for notifications, all that good stuff. But yeah, we did a show on the Jacksons, the Jackson Curse, and it's an interesting conversation. So check it out. All right, next up is Cyndi Lauper with True Colors. It was number 1 for 2 weeks, and this song was like really, really sappy and slow and I mean, it's kind of song that put you to sleep, really. I mean, it just, this song like had to be like this, the BPMs were like 2. I mean, it's like the slowest tempo, man. It's just, it's, like I said, it's like fucking Sominex, man. Listen to this song, boy, you going to sleep, nigga. You don't need no anesthesia. Shit, you about to have damn major surgery? Just put this motherfucking song on. You be out like a light.
Wow.
Go.
Yeah, I listened to this song when I was getting a root canal. It was amazing. That's also fake news. Never had a root canal and never been put under.
By the way, it's pronounced root, not root. Root.
I don't care. As a linguist, root is correct. So
no, it's root.
No,
root.
You can look it up. Root is correct. People say root, but it is. Are you British? It is root.
No, I'm not British. I'm black, and damn it, it's root. It's root beer.
Do you actually say root beer?
Root, yeah, root beer.
Good Lord, yeah. Root beer.
Root, motherfucker.
Look it up. Do you have a dictionary?
D, motherfucker, D. Put some extra mozzarella on that motherfucker.
Oh boy.
But
All right. So what am I talking about?
we're
This
talking
song.
about True Colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You're
had a
right.
root canal. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Um, I, you're right. It's a very, very slow, slow song, and her kind of moaning and wailing on top of it doesn't make it any better.
Like a
Um,
rainbow.
and I don't hate Cyndi Lauper. I don't. And people talk about her voice. I don't think it's that bad, but it just doesn't seem to work on this song.
No.
Um, um, and from what I remember, this was like a. It was used in like a Kodak commercial or something like that. Like
Polaroid. Yeah, it was using a Polaroid
Polaroid is
commercial.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the Polaroid theme song for many years, from what I
Yes.
remember.
Yes, it was.
And imagine hearing that crap on TV like 19 times a day. It's horrible. Um,
You know what? I just thought of something. Say, if you were like on death row, you're like an inmate on death row, and they ask you for your last wish or whatever, I would be like, play True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. For one, it'll take so long, folks might forget. Might forget to hit the switch. Everybody might fall asleep.
well, what would happen is they delayed the execution because they would say that's manipulating the injection. It'd be like, oh, the injection got cloudy, so they wouldn't. It would delay it. So you'd probably be on death row for the rest of your life, and you don't really want that. That's not. I mean, you kind of want to die. You already sat there for 20 years, waiting. So, get it over with. But I always say that if I were on death row, I'd have like the best final meal. Be like, I want like a Chinese buffet. Bring the whole Chinese buffet to me.
Did you ever watch? It was on briefly. The show Chocolate News with David Allen Greer.
No.
Watch it sometime. It was really funny, man. He did this skit, man, where this dude was on death row, and for his final meal, he ordered an all you can eat buffet.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I would do.
He kept eating.
That's what I would do. I would get an all you can eat Chinese buffet. That's what I want. Like, I don't want anything else. That's what I want. Chinese buffet, an actual Chinese buffet, all you can eat.
He's like, you done yet? Nah, motherfucker. Hey, do I look like I'm done? Shit.
I'm like, let me get some more of the sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, I got this egg roll I need to finish off first.
Some made fun noodles. That's what I want.
I need some fried wonton, motherfucker. Shit. Some egg drop soup, nigga.
and I love made fun noodles. I get like tons of it. I just keep eating it. So,
and you know what they say? You know what they say about Chinese food, man? A couple of minutes after you eat it, you're hungry again. So
that's not quite true, but yeah, I wouldn't stop. They'd be like, "Are you done yet?" No. I'm still eating my noodles. How could I be done?
Like, motherfucker, do I look like I'm done? I got the fork in my hand, nigga. Shit. And why you being so goddamn nosy? Take your ass back out there with the rest of the crowd. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Shit.
You get some too. It's here for everybody.
Nah, you can't have no motherfucker. It's all for me. Shit. I know motherfucker get ready to die. Shit. Fuck you, you're greedy ass. You get to go home, motherfucker. Shit. Fuck you.
That is what I would do. But that has something to do with True Colors. Not really. That is what I would do if I were on death row. I wouldn't request this song though. I would never request this song for anything. I never want to hear the song again. But I like Cyndi Lauper. I'll let her be number one.
I mean, I like Cyndi too, man. I mean, she has an indelible, mark on 80's music and everything. So, she did work. So, but this song, yeah, no. Anyways, next up is Boston with Amanda. It was number one for 2 weeks. Now, Boston, of course, it was like a pop rock group or whatever. I think they're from Boston, from that area, New England, the New England area. It had one other real big hit song from the 70s, I think. I think More Than a Feeling. Was it More Than a Feeling?
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it's not a bad song at all. So Boston came back. It was a comeback song, Amanda, because I think More Than a Feeling was from the mid to late 70s. So about 10 years later, they come back with Amanda. And I mean, it was a it was your standard '80s rock ballad. Nothing special about it. You'll still hear it nowadays. Like I said, at the doctor's office, but nothing special about it. So I'm gonna say it didn't deserve to be number one because it was just like it came off a goddamn assembly line. Go.
I will agree with that. Um, from what I remember, I'm actually hearing the song at some point in my life. I was not impressed. It is one of those soft pop, soft rock, adult contemporary B93.7 songs, and I know why people like it because people love that kind of stuff. But it's so they were a good guitar rock band, and I think their artistry probably is what carried this type of thing over. But in general, uh, I don't think they churned out the best of songs, and this is not a great one either. Um, does it deserve to be number one? Mm, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it doesn't suck. Like it's not a terrible song. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like a lot of these songs that we've learned through the '80s, or whatever, they're just there. I mean, it's nothing. They're disposable. I mean, like I said, the only
Yeah.
time it's not. These are not songs that you're gonna seek out when you're doing your '80s playlist. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of where Amanda sits.
Right.
All right, next up is more earworm. It's Human League with Human. It was number one for a week. Your favorite group, Human League. This song was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who during this time, Jimmy Jam and Lewis, man, they produced Human. They produced that Janet Jackson song, When I Think of You, and there's another song here I think they produced as well. Uh, I think. Anyways,
Yes, it did.
huh?
Yes, it did.
Which one was that?
Oh, I was just talking about this one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they produced a lot. Once again, they produced a lot of songs during the '80s. These dudes made a ton of money. And Human is one of the songs that they produced for Human League. And this song it don't fucking suck, but it was just redundant as fuck. As flesh and blood. Uh, but I see why it was a hit. You know what I mean? So I guess it did deserve to be number one for only a week, and that was it. But I didn't like the song at all. Go.
Okay. So I know I espoused my love for Human League last time, but this is not one of my favorite songs by them. I think it's kind of a slow and dreary type song, and it was their attempt at making like a soul song, and I just you know I don't think it's one of the best. I think it's kind of mediocre in a way, but at the same time, production's good. Um, Vocals take some getting used to, but it's mediocre. I I don't care about it being number one. I like Human League, and if they were at number one, I'm okay with it. But not one of the best songs in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, and Jam and Lewis back during this time, like, everybody wanted to work with them anyway because they had that magic touch when it came to making hit songs and everything. So,
Yeah.
so once again, this is like manipulative songs. So I mean, I didn't buy them, on their R&B vibe or whatever, all this kind of shit. They just did this shit to get a hit, and then it worked. So I mean, and that kind of takes away from the splendor of the song itself because there was no genuine, no genuine love for R&B behind this song. Just like, motherfucker, we need a hit. Let's pay these niggas to get us a hit.
Well,
So.
I don't actually agree with that so much. I think they were trying to do something different in the vein of something that they did like. They just didn't do it that well, I think. But I don't know.
No, I mean, dude, when you want a hit song, what do? You get with the hot producer.
But
That's
you
what
get
you
with the
do.
hot producer, if you get with the hot producer, I mean, you do that because you think you can't do it by yourself, not to guarantee a hit.
Hmm.
So I think it was more of we can't really do the song that we want to do by ourselves. Let's get somebody who has a name and they can help us do what we're trying to do. That's maybe that's my Human League optimism. I don't know.
They just wanted a hit.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Bon Jovi, John Bon Jovi, with "You Give Love a Bad Name." It was number one for 1 week, and Bon Jovi, for some reason, man, Bon Jovi, holds a special place in my heart. I don't know why. It just does. I guess back then, my cousin Crystal, she a huge Bon Jovi fan. Still is to this day, I think. Back then, she was a huge Bon Jovi fan. So I guess I gave them, a little bit more credence because, Crystal loved them so much and everything. So I kind of took to them a little bit. And of all the Bon Jovi songs, "You Can Love a Bad Name" is my favorite of the Bon Jovi songs. So I mean, and this was, Bon Jovi had been around for a while, but this was their first, this is the song that kind of put them on top of the music world, so to speak, and they've had a long, successful career since then. So yeah, it deserved to be number one. I mean, it's not a great song, but it's one of their signature songs, though. So go.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of their more um, well-known songs. People, Bon Jovi popular anyway, but this is one of the top songs of theirs. And it's kind of a rocking song, and I like John Bon Jovi's vocals a lot. I think he really puts over a good performance on this one. Um, it's catchy. Um, I'm not the biggest Bon Jovi fan, but I don't hate them. I can stand them certainly, and this is not a terrible song. I can see this being at number one. Surprised only 1 week, but it's good. I think it's pretty cool.
And John, I mean, he's a bit of a he was a bit of a social warrior too. So,
Hmm.
I think he still is to this
He
day.
still is. He actually, I think he has like a restaurant where you can come in and pay what you want.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and so obviously he's not a Republican. Uh,
Obviously.
but yeah, he seems he seems pretty genuine in his philanthropy and his desire for for the world to be a better place. So he gets an extra kudo from me just for being a somewhat decent person. So
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, uh, he's not a Republican. All right. Next up is Peter Cetera. There's that guy again, Peter Cetera. This time a duet with Amy Grant, the gospel singer. "The Next Time I Fall," and it was number one for a week. So you already know how I feel about Peter Cetera. Peter Cetera. Amy Grant was like a female version of Peter Cetera. I mean, so this song fucking sucks. You know, I don't think I've ever listened to this song all the way through. I've heard it maybe a couple times. Like I said, sometimes you can't avoid it. Like you at the grocery store or something, it's playing, or at the doctor's office, so you gotta listen to it. But I've never ever sat down with the intent of listening to this song. So that should tell you, all you need to know about how I feel about this fucking song. Go.
I can tell you that I've never heard the song before.
Consider yourself lucky.
Uh, yeah, I feel that I'm pretty lucky
You're
because
blessed, man.
I do know Amy Grant, and I can tell you from my years of being heavily involved in church as a kid, I've heard
No, no,
lots of
no,
Amy
no,
Grant.
no. Specify that. Being involved in white church.
Okay, in white church.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
what it was. I don't like saying that, but yes.
Oh, cause
Um,
you ain't gonna see Amy Grant at no at the Pentecostal church. Okay, come on now.
right.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
pumping
Okay.
no Amy Grant at Springfield. Okay.
Right. One of yes. When I was younger, I was very, very heavily involved in my church, and my church was white. It was mostly white people. But yes, in my time doing that, I heard a lot of Amy Grant, and I can tell you, I do not like Amy Grant. I can imagine this was not a good song. Um, so I'm gonna say no. It doesn't deserve to be at number one because of what I know of her. And, I know what she's not a bad singer, but I just I'm gonna say something that's really horrible. I've always felt really bad about it, but I don't like Christian music. Like I like I have liked Christian music in my life. I've liked some of it, but for the most part, I don't. And it's not because I don't like what they're talking about. I don't like the way it sounds. and the repetition of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I understand you love Jesus, but this is every single song is about this, and every single song sounds about the same. And I don't care. I don't. It's bad to say I don't care what it's about. I do care about what it's about, but it doesn't sound good. If it doesn't sound good to me, then I can't listen to it. You know, uh, do I like gospel? I like gospel a little bit more than Christian music because, and I mean like Christian contemporary, like white music, um, because you know, some rhythm and stuff in it. But when it comes to that other type of stuff, it's like woozy, dreamy, just oh God. So yeah,
Is it? Let me
yeah.
ask you this, man.
It was just really weird. Like I was in church and we're listening to all this Christian music, and I'm just sitting there like I want to listen to some Nirvana. You know, it's just like, and that's literally the type of thing that I'll be thinking. I'd be in seventh grade, you know, involved in youth church, and they're listening to Awesome God, and I'm like, I want to listen to Nirvana, because it sounds good to me. And there's some Christian music, some gospel that sounds really really good, and I can get into that. If it sounds good, then I can listen to it. But if it doesn't, I don't care what it's about. I don't care if you're talking about how much you love Jesus or how much you love your wife. I don't care how much you love your dog in this song. If it doesn't sound good, I don't want to hear it. So yes, I don't like Christian music. I'm not a blasphemer. I'm not a heathen, but I just don't like the music.
Let me ask you this, man. Is it more the music or the artist? Because like gospel artists, especially white gospel artists, they just have I can't even describe it, man. They just have this fucking look. Where they always, got this reassuring, gleeful, happy, you know, look about them. And the way they perform their songs, it's like it's just so extra. You know what I mean? And I don't like gospel music either. I can't stand fucking gospel music, man. But I think I despise gospel artists more than I despise gospel music just because of the presentation. I mean, because if the package don't look good, you don't want to open the present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I could care less about what they're saying because the fucking artists, because white Christian artists are extra, but black Christian artists or gospel artists are way over the motherfucking top, man. I mean, and they, something about there's a fakeness to it as well, because these motherfuckers, they ain't living their life. It's just something about Christian gospel music, man, that just is bougie as fuck and fake as hell to me. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
just can't ride with it. I can't. So.
Well, here's the thing about that. Here's my view on that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The fakeness is definitely there, and so many people have been outed as being fake that
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to take anybody seriously, especially when they're doing things like they're making music that obviously is like aping secular music, as they call it. They're doing hip hop beats and they're rapping and singing. And they're turning mainstream lyrics into gospel lyrics. But then they tell you shouldn't be listening to that stuff. I mean, what kind of fake cult like garbage is that? I've never been into that. That's one thing that just kind of turns me off about black churches, not just black music like gospel music, but black churches that turns me off. It's just they want to tell you what you cannot do because you're supposed to be a Christian. I'm like, I'm not killing anybody, I'm not hurting anybody, and this is not the devil's music. Like, if I'm in the church with you and I'm listening and I'm praying and I'm following along and I'm not hurting anybody. If I go home and listen to Ice Cube, then
Oh, Ice Cube. Oh, yeah, no, no, no. Don't pop that trunk. No,
we don't have to talk about Ice Cube.
no.
I'm talking about music. I'm talking about music. Okay, then I'll say if I go home and listen to DMX, then that doesn't make me like a sinner. Okay, but that's like I don't know how it goes these days, but I know back in the day that's how I was in the black church. And I'm like, how can I take you seriously? Because I know what you do when you go home. So, yeah. Eh, that's a whole other tangent. But yeah, I don't like gospel so much, and I don't like contemporary Christian music either.
Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. But whenever it comes to gospel artists, man, sometimes I just want to be like, nigga, grow up. You know what I mean? Just get the fuck away from me. You know.
Right.
And you Amy Grant, what, you're supposed to be this gospel artist, but you're doing a secular song with Peter Cetera. And yeah.
But you know what? I respect you more for that stuff.
I bet she cashed the hell out that check. What?
Yeah. But see, I respect him. That's the thing. That's the point of what I was trying to say about it, though. I respect Christian artists who do that type of thing, who cross over a little bit. I'm okay with that because they're not trying to control you and say, "Oh, I'm a Christian artist. I'll never do that." You listen to sinful music, but I'm holy. I don't like that. I respect Kirk Franklin now. Ever since he came out and said that he was a porn addict. That was a devastating thing in his life, but it brought him down to earth. He acted like he was a holier than thou person for many years. And then all of a sudden he came out like, I'm a porn addict. And, that brought him down. It made him a person. And that's what I like. You can be a Christian and be a person. You're not an angel because you're a Christian. That's what I'm saying.
But you can't be preaching the gospel to me when you're going home watching a bunch of TNA. Nah.
But the thing is, he said he overcame it. And you can't overcome an addiction. That's, you're not bound to do that. Just because you did it once doesn't mean that you're going to continue to do it.
I mean, you're a fake and a phony. So you preaching all this gospel and shit to me, knowing you going home. You gonna preach to me, then take your black ass home, and be jacking off to, nah, no.
That's not the point of what I'm saying.
What's this? What's this, Warren? Huh? What's this used for? It's just jacking off, isn't it, Warren? I don't need to hear your filth. Fuck out of here, man. I'm sick. You can't punish me for being sick. But I'll be back. You hear me? I'll be back. No, you won't.
Completely off topic.
I'm just saying but that's Kirk Franklin to me. You know what I mean?
But see,
fuck you.
Like I said, yeah, I don't think that. Oh crap! I don't think that completely disqualifies you from being, virtuous.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Because what that means is this: if you believe that means that, somebody who goes to jail is always going to be a criminal for the rest of their life, and that's not true. Somebody who was once on drugs is always going to be on drugs.
It's just like the motherfuckers that come out of prison, man, trying to preach to you and shit because they went to prison and found God. Hey, brother, let me talk to you for a minute, brother. Motherfucker, fuck you.
You can change your life.
Yeah.
Like, you can change your life. That's the thing. People are not static. You're not just whatever you are is what you're going to be. That's not, I don't believe in that.
I mean, I do believe in redemption. People can change that kind of stuff, and and see the error of their ways and turn their lives around. Yeah, I wholeheartedly support that. But at the same time, get the fuck away from me, though. I ain't trying to kick it with your ass. I ain't trying to hear shit you got to say.
If somebody's like, I see where you are and what you're doing, and I've been there, and I can tell you don't have to do that, and I can help you. I can respect that. I'm not going to say get away from me because you were in jail. I'm not going to say that. Now, the thing is, if they come to me and start, telling me that I'm doing something that I'm not doing, yeah, they ain't get away from me. But if I'm actually if I'm a kid and I'm in the streets and you want to come and preach to me, say I got out of jail, 2 years ago, doing exactly what you did, and, I'm changed now, I'm a Christian, and, I'm a preacher now, and let me tell you this, I'm not going to be like, get away from me.
I am.
I think that's okay. But if it's just me, like I said, I'm in the church with you, and you don't know anything about me except you heard me listen to DMX one time, and you want to do that to me, then get away from me. But, if I'm out there selling drugs, okay, That's fine. You can be an influence on somebody. That's a good thing. Whatever, you know, whatever you did wrong, you can redeem yourself. Not all the time. You know, people are inherently evil, I believe, and so like, you can be evil for the rest of your life, and the evil part of you can come out at any time. But
Okay, so let me ask you this question since you open up this can of worms. So so if you know a week from now Donald Trump comes out and says, "Hey, I'm a born again Christian. I love God and this and that and the third, and we I've seen the error of my ways, so on and so forth." You were like, "Okay."
when it comes to a grifter, then no.
No, oh no, oh, wait a minute. Like you just said, if you seen the error of your ways, and you turn your life around. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Oh, because you don't like him, then
Nope, that's not it.
What?
If Donald Trump got on TV in a week and said, I'm a born again Christian and I'm sorry about the things that I've done, how are you going to believe that now? When he's told 20,000 lies, really, literally 20,000 lies in his presidency. How can you believe that?
Okay, but once again,
he has to prove it, and he has to win me over. I can't. The thing is, we all know Donald Trump. We know what he is. In fact, I don't care if literally, if God came down and touched Donald Trump and he was cleansed, and then Jesus went back up to heaven, and Donald Trump was super holy, sparkling, and everything. He deserves to. I can't say that.
All right, if you're out there listening, NSA, FBI, CIA, Secret Service, this is Jake's words. These views are not endorsed by what Lonzo thinks. They do not reflect the views.
I didn't say anything. But what I will say is he deserves to pay. Now he deserves to pay. Yeah, I can't. There is no redemption for him at this point.
So it's not the message; it's the messenger. You know what I'm saying? So if it's somebody that you're okay with, that you're not repulsed by, then you're more willing to accept their repentance.
It depends on what the repulsive person did.
So you're saying it's not possible for him to wake up tomorrow morning and see the error of his ways and to accept Jesus as his Lord and Savior?
It's not going to happen.
No, I ain't saying that it's not going to happen. I'm saying, do you not think it's not possible? That he can't be true of heart and mind and say that he got saved last night and that he is sorry for all the bullshit he's done and that he's embraced God and Jesus as his Lord and Savior.
I think he is an instrument of the devil.
And he'll get baptized on national TV.
Yeah, he would do that.
On Fox News.
He would do it on Fox News. And that's how you know it's fake. He would do it on Fox News.
He would get baptized by Joel Osteen.
he would get baptized by Tucker Carlson.
And Sean Hannity would be officiating.
Right. And, and he'll hold a cross upside down. And it would be horrible. That's how you know it's fake. I'm not convinced he had COVID-19. So, yeah, it's just kind of hard for somebody like that to come back. I really do. I think redemption is real, but for a tool of the devil like him, no. He actually may be a demon. He actually may be an earthly incarnation of a demon. So, no, I don't think there's any coming back for him. But, Jack Jones, who went to jail, as a teenager, and then came out and became a preacher, I can give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, if I knew Jack Jones slayed, 12 kids and raped their dead bodies, maybe he could be redeemed, but I'm not going to accept it. That's the thing. It depends on what you... Everybody's different. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's different. It's different for everybody. I can't give like a blanket answer for that. I really can't.
All right, motherfucker. What you think about the damn song, though?
What is the song? Oh, yeah, the Amy Grant song.
Yeah, The Next Time I Fall by Amy Grant and Peter Cetera.
I've never heard it.
So he didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it.
All right, man. Moving right along. Okay. Next up is Bruce Hornsby and the Range with "That's the Way It Is" or "The Way It Is." It was number one for a week, and I despise this guy. I never liked this song for a second. I don't know why. I never liked Bruce Hornsby's voice.
Yeah.
He should have been a gospel singer. Shit, he has that type of a voice, that annoying ass "I love God" voice and shit. Yeah, exactly. I didn't like the piano in this damn song. There's nothing about the song I liked, and the fact that Tupac sampled it for one of his hit songs makes me like it even less. So this song did not deserve to be number one. And Roger Hornsby and the Range, you're out there listening. Fuck you and your mama. Go.
That's a little harsh.
No, it ain't harsh. I don't like this goddamn song. So
okay,
Bruce Hornsby
but,
can kiss my ass, and so can John Parr. So fuck both of y'all. John Parr out there listening. Go ahead. Right.
So you can basically curse a whole family because you don't like a song he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this song
fucking sucks.
You don't even like the little breakbeat?
Nothing about this song I like. Nothing.
Yeah, it's not really a good song, but you know what? I have warmed up to it a little bit since Tupac sampled it. I kind of like the Tupac song. I did not originally like it, but I do like it now. So over time, I've grown to like the song a little bit, but I do think that it is the lesser version of it. I think Tupac rapping over it is closer to what I would be into than this guy singing. His voice is not good. It's really not. I don't know why this would have been a number one song. Certainly, it's a again, I kind of like it, but it's not. It's nowhere near been a number one song. So I can't even really justify it. I'll say no, it doesn't deserve to be number one.
Hell no. Hell no.
He got lucky on this one.
Yeah, he did. And that's I think it was the only number one song he ever had, too. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you walk down the street tomorrow and be like, hey, Bruce Hornsby in the Range, folks be like, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Please. So, anyways, that being said, moving right along. So the last number one hit song of the year 1986 was The Bangles with Walk Like an Egyptian. It was number one for 4 weeks, so it was a huge hit. And The Bangles was this all-girl group. They had a string of hits during this time. And I think this song is probably their most indelible one that, people probably remember the most because it was just a huge fucking hit. It was like this little dance, little Walk Like an Egyptian dance or whatever, that kind of stuff. I was never a fan of this song, though. The only thing I liked about the Bangles was their lead singer, Susanna Hoffs. God damn. Woo! She did it for me, boy. That was one good-looking female. Yes. And so yeah, it deserved to be number one because it introduced us to Susanna Hoffs with your pretty self. Go.
Yeah, cute gals they are.
But Susanna was a total babe, man. Good Lord, that was one good-looking woman, man.
I mean, is she still good looking?
Yeah, I'm sure she still is. I ain't seen her in a minute, but
You're saying was like she wrinkled up, turned to a raisin.
Well, come on now. White women don't age that well. Okay, so she probably look like an old bag of snacks now. You know what I mean? So, hey, have you seen Bridget Bardot lately?
Well, isn't she like 100 years old?
Yeah, but Bridget Bardot, I mean, she was like, this sex goddess, this beautiful, woman back in the 60s, whatever. When you see Bridget Bardot now, man, god damn, she ugly as fuck. You're not even the same person. Shit.
Well,
they don't age well. Black women age like fine wine. White women age like motherfucking Schlitz malt liquor.
Wow.
Yeah. No knock, whatever. I'm just saying, white women don't age well. They don't.
That's not entirely true. I mean, it doesn't work the same for everybody.
Well, plastic surgery, that kind of stuff, it might help out a little bit. I mean, Jane Fonda can fight, the ravages of time because she got loot. But I'm talking about just the average, just the average person or whatever. Shit.
I don't know. What's that woman's name?
Who?
what's the woman's name? Susan Sarandon.
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks good. You know, being like 70 years old.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, she ain't great. I mean, yeah, I mean, Susan Sarandon ain't like she was, this beautiful goddess if she was younger. I mean, so she's an average looking woman.
Anyway, Susanna Hoffs, go look at her now. She looks almost the same. Personally, I kind of like women when they get older. Like when they look like kids, they don't really do it for me. When they get a little older, anyway, it's a completely different story. We're talking about the song here. This song is a good song. Kind of racist because we're talking about Egyptians. You don't know anything about Egyptians, but I know where it comes from. I know what they're talking about when you walk like an Egyptian. So it's catchy. It has a good beat. The melody. It's a good sing-along type song. Yeah, I like this song. I can see why it was kind of a craze in a way. So I'm into it. I have no problem with the song being at number one.
Okay, so what was better? Walk Like an Egyptian or Egypt by Egyptian Lover?
I think you know the answer to that. I mean, I'll tell you, but I think you know the answer to that.
Answer the question for me.
Egypt freaking bangs. So this song is a good song, but Egypt bangs. So I'll play that in my car like volume all the way up. So and play it over and over again. I love that.
But a song I love by Egyptian Lover though. Oh, by the way, if you guys know who we're talking about, Egyptian Lover was this artist. He was a DJ from the 80's who did a string of dance disco type hits or whatever, pseudo rap songs or whatever. And my beat goes boom, 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 boom. I love that damn song, man. I don't know why. That I'm bad. That shit still bang to this day, man. So hey, Egyptian awesome, Lover, yeah, you had to listen to, man. Thank you.
So. Yeah, and he's still making stuff. He's still touring and everything.
Oh, really?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I ain't studying him now, but okay, I get it. Yeah, okay.
I mean, he's still making the same type of music. He's good.
See his old 90-year-old ass. Boom, boom, boom.
I like the lesbian. It's completely homophobic, ridiculous song, but I like it.
So,
a lesbian. What?
So, okay, so he's better than Walk Like an Egyptian. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fun fact. A Bengals fun fact. Prince wanted to smash Susanna Hoffs. He wanted to smash her so bad that he gave her a song, Manic Monday. And the rumor is that he gave her this song because he wanted to smash her, but it didn't happen. For some reason, I guess she didn't. I don't know exactly. I think it was rumored that they were dating her. Huh?
I don't like black guys.
That could be it. I think it was rumored that they were dating or whatever. I don't know if he smashed her or not, but that's the reason why they got that song, which was a huge hit for them as well, Manic Monday. Prince gave it to them because the only reason he gave it to them is because he wanted to smash Susanna Hoffs. Same thing with Stevie Nicks. He wanted to smash Stevie Nicks, so he played I guess he played guitar or keyboards or something on Stand Back because he wanted to smash Stevie Nicks, and she's like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't getting none of this. This is Lindsay's. Lindsay's name is on this, motherfucker. You ain't getting none of this.
Yeah, I was saying, wasn't she Lindsey Buckingham forever?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this more than Lindsay, nigga. You ain't getting no pause to this ass. You need to stand back, Prince.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I guess he's like, I'll take you from him.
But Prince was notorious for doing that. I mean, he would give women songs, whatever, music artists out there that he wanted to smash. He would, take them in the studio and write a song for, produce a song for him, whatever. I'm gonna give you this hit, and then I can. Sparky making all this damn noise. I'm about to go in and smash his ass.
No.
Well, anyways.
Don't do that. Sparky can do whatever he wants to do.
Put some Michael Vick on him. What?
Wow. Don't ever say it again.
Victimized. Okay.
So what you're saying basically is Prince was a predator.
I would say he was a predator, but he used his fame and
To prey on women.
he used it to his sexual advantage. He would not going out,
Prey on women.
he wasn't
If he wanted to have
assaulting.
sex with them, he manipulated them. Yes, he was a predator.
Okay, well, if you use that as your measuring stick, then I'm a damn predator.
Aren't you?
I guess I am then, shit. Because back in the day, I think I told this story in one of my podcasts, man. Whatever. Back in the day, I had this cassette tape. Damn, I keep hitting the desk. I had this cassette tape, a mixtape, whatever, called "Strictly for Lovin'," and whenever women would accompany back to my boudoir or back to my place, and I would put on music or whatever, and I would make sure that the tape was in a conspicuous area where they could see it, and inevitably, the whatever young lady was with me that night would be like, "What's on that one? What's on that tape?" I'm like, "Nah, you're not gonna hear this." Why not? Why can't I hear it? Because I only play this. It's called "Strictly for Lovin'." So if I play this tape, then shit's gonna happen up in here. So and to me, no means no. You know what I mean? So inevitably they be like, "Go ahead and put it on. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Go ahead and put it on." All right now, hey, you might want to sign this release form. Cause the last song on side one of the Strictly for Lovin' mixtape was Prince, International Lover.
Yeah, you're a predator.
Yeah, so I always tell a girl, if you hear this song and if this tape gets to that song, we fucking. So.
You are a predator.
Yeah, but it worked like a charm. So I guess So I use that as a tool to facilitate, my sexual fantasies. So
And then you didn't call them back.
I did. Sometimes I did. It just depends.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on their performance. Damn, I know I'm sounding like a damn chauvinist pig or whatever. But
yep. You got it.
I mean, if you go to a restaurant and you have a dish, you go to a restaurant for the first time, you have a dish, or you have a meal, and you're like, okay, I didn't like this meal. I'm not going back to that restaurant. Same difference.
So, but how about this though?
What?
Do you like the person? That's the question. Do you like the person?
Like, don't like. When you're 20-some-year-old man and you out there, sowing your wild oats, man. It ain't got nothing to do with liking a person. It's just, it's all. And if folks, if you're young and out there listening, and listen to what I'm about to say right now. Okay, back, when you're sowing your wild oats as a young person, you got the freedom and everything. It's all about moments. It's about your life. Is about. At this time, I think the mentality is more about the moment. It ain't about, I like this person, I'm gonna kick with this girl, she can be my girlfriend, this and the third. Nah. I mean, we went on a date, I got you back to my place, the tape is on, and only three things are gonna happen. We're gonna fuck, fight, or hitchhike. So that's just the mentality. I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying it's wrong. I'm saying that was the motherfucking mentality, man. Damn. Sue me.
So you can't take them home and watch TV?
The fuck for?
Play video games?
The fuck for?
Talk? Have good conversations?
No, I can do that by my damn self. No, if you up in my boudoir, if you accompany back to my place.
I mean, I guess if she goes to your bed, but,
when you're dating,
in the kitchen.
When you're dating, man, you're on the first date with somebody or whatever, you're dating or whatever, right? And, and the night is coming to a close. Hey, what you want to do? Oh, you want to go home? I ain't ready to go home just yet. Let's do something. You want to go back to my place? Sure. When you say go back to my place, you're not saying let's go back to my place. What you're actually saying is, do you want to fuck? You know what I mean? That's just shorthand for we're going to go back to my place and we're going to fuck. You know what I mean? That's the mentality, man. So shit. I
Okay.
mean,
All right, well, I got you.
why are we talking about this?
I don't know. Oh, because I said you were a predator.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Francis predator.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have your predatory heat elections up there. So let's go to the next song, I guess.
All right. That was the last number one song of 1986, which takes us into 1987. The first number one hit of 1987 was Gregory Abbott with "Shake You Down." Gregory Abbott is the personification of one hit wonder. Cause this dude never had another hit after this. And if you're thinking who, he's on the level of John Parr. You're like, who the fuck is Gregory Abbott and why is he on this list? Yeah, he had a number one song for 1 week called "Shake You Down." It was the first song of 1987 during the coldest month of the year. And it was only for a week, so I let you know right now this song was worth a damn because it was only there for a week during January. So, did it deserve to be number one? I mean, it was a fine song. It was repetitive once again. It was an R&B song, slow jam type song or whatever. But Gregory Abbott, he did not have any staying power as an artist. I don't know who he is now, where he is, or what became of him. But there you go. Go.
So the song had like a really innocuous chorus, and as well as some harmonica in it too, right?
I think so. I don't know. It had something.
It was a harmonica laden song, and just some R&B garbage, from the 80s.
Wait a minute. Do you hear Sparky, man?
Not really, no.
Okay, all right. This motherfucker out here just whining, and I'm about to put my foot in his ass. Okay, go.
You shouldn't do that. You should never do that to a dog.
Okay.
You might want something in particular, and you give it to him.
I ain't stepping him. I ain't spoiling him.
Look into his eyes, and see what he wants. Anyway.
You want an ass whipping? That's what he want. Now, if you're out there listening, if you're PETA or something out there listening, ASPCA.
I mean, do you do that?
Do I beat my dog?
Yes.
No, Forney's not my dog. You know what I mean? But I seem like I'm the one who wind up taking care of his ass though, because nobody else, I think he's probably whining because the boys won't play with him. They're busy playing in video games. So, and his little areas his little cage areas right outside my office. So, damn, if you're out there listening, yeah, I'm in my goddamn basement. What? Don't judge.
Who cares?
Yeah, fuck all y'all. All right, go ahead.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't beat dogs because they don't know why you beat them. So anyway, what are we talking about? This song?
Yes, Gregory Abbott, "Shake You Down."
Yeah. I don't like the song. That's all. I'm done.
So it didn't deserve to be number one. Gotcha.
No.
All right. Next up is Billy Vera and the Beaters with "At This Moment." It was number one for 2 weeks. So we had one hit wonder, Gregory Abbott, followed by another one hit wonder, Billy Vera and the Beaters, and this song fucking sucked. I never liked this song, and it was a slow. It was slow, just like the True Colors song. I mean, and when a song is slow and it don't sound good and it's redundant as fuck, I mean, it's not gonna resonate with me, man. So no, this song didn't resonate with me at all, man. And Billy Vera, I mean, he was like an older dude, whatever. I think it might be like in his late 30s, early 40s, whatever. It's like you can tell this dude had a lot of miles on him, and he finally got him a hit song. So I guess kudos to him, but fuck him, fuck this damn song. Go.
So yeah, you're right about that. I don't like slow songs. Sometimes slow songs can be good, but sometimes that really drains the song entirely. Like this song's like a slog to listen to. I don't know the song though. Sing it.
You know what, man? At this moment. It's a ballad, man. It's a ballad.
I'll look it up after this. Yeah, I don't think I know this song. I can talk about the fact that his band is called the Beaters, like wife beaters, like
dick beaters.
Well, that's probably what it is.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what, they all
so,
look like a bunch of dick beaters. So
well, that's not a good band name. I salute him for having a number one song. But I don't know this song. You say it's slow, it probably sucks. So I'll say it doesn't deserve to be this.
no, it didn't. So, anyways, all right. Next up, Madonna. There's Madonna again with "Open Your Heart." It was number one for a week in February of 1987. And this is the one where she's like a dancer and is like this little kid, paid, what's it you call her, exhibitionist or whatever, and she's like, sitting all wide legged and dancing and shit in a bustier or whatever, and and so I never liked the video because the little kid watching her, flash her twat at him or whatever, so. I just never liked it. So Madonna was nasty back. She tried to be, cutting edge and all that kind of stuff. But it's one thing to be cutting edge, and another thing to be a slut. You know what I mean? So, nah, I didn't feel this song. Go. It didn't deserve. It didn't deserve to be number one, huh? What?
Is the song good though? You talked about the video and you talked about.
No, the song's not good, man. I just said it. I said it didn't deserve to be number one. No, the song's not good.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about the song though.
Okay, why? Well, now I did. Shit.
Oh boy, no, it's not a good song. This is not anything that I'd want to listen to. I don't think I've ever seen the video. I mean, I probably have, but it doesn't come to my mind where I've seen it. So I like to see the slut part you're talking about. But I do know the song, and it is not good. I think around this time she wasn't doing music that was really all that great. I liked it when she first came out, kind of, sort of, but I don't think this was anything that I would say is worthy of being at number one.
Well, I think Madonna's career, went through, a series of phases, whatever, man. I think, this was the phase where, she basically, make as much money as possible, gain as much popularity and fame as possible, and I mean, they're, do whatever it takes to stay in, to stay in the public eye. I mean, and it wasn't about so much about artistry or the music. It was just about being a celebrity, being famous, and making as much money as possible, and all this kind of stuff, and getting the exposure that she needed. And I think, and as Madonna, as her career, as she, once she solidified herself as an icon of popular music, then she became more about being an artist. I mean, which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, you gotta, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it or whatever, man. Especially in the music business where it's all about image and everything. And if you don't capitalize on that when the irons are hot, then you're not gonna have a chance to be an artist, who makes more meaningful music. So I think that is where Madonna was during this time in her career. So.
Right.
So anyway.
That.
Okay. All right. Next up is Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer." It was number one for 4 weeks, and this is once again, like I said, this is during the time when Bon Jovi was really hot as a group, and they were just making a string of hits. And "Living on a Prayer" is one of their once again more popular songs. I never liked it myself, so so I'm gonna say it didn't deserve to be number one. Go.
Not my favorite Bon Jovi song. I don't know if I have a favorite Bon Jovi song, to be honest, but this is not. I don't think this is. This doesn't really compare to the last one. I think it's a little bit more annoying, but it's not that bad. Just by virtue of it being Bon Jovi and really not being an offensive band, and really kind of being a band of talented people, this song's really not that bad. So I'll say it deserves to be number one just based on the fact that it's not a terrible song.
Okay. I mean, it's repetitive as hell. I'll say that much.
Yeah, it's super repetitive.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very annoying. It is an annoying song, but I don't think it's bad.
So, I guess we agree it didn't deserve to be number one. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Well, no, I said it did, but okay.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it didn't deserve to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, if nothing else. All right. Next up is Huey Lewis and the News. There they are again. Another number one hit song for Huey Lewis and the News, featuring Mario Cipollina and Joey Cola. That's what it should have been called. Huey Lewis and the News featuring Mario Cipollina and Joey Cola. The song is Jacob's Ladder. It was number one for a week. And you know what? I can't even say this song fucking sucks. I don't think I've ever heard it. I remember it, but I've never paid attention to it because I never liked it. So if I heard it, it's because it was maybe, you know, once again, I never intentionally put this song on to listen to it. If the video came on or something, I would change the channel and turn it down. So if I ever heard this song, it's because I wasn't able to control the music. So no, it did not deserve to be number one. Go.
Yeah, I never heard the song. I don't know anything about it. It's Huey Lewis and the News though. So does it deserve to be number one? Well, it's Mario and Joey. Yes, it does.
I mean, sometimes you got to know when to say when. So I'm saying when on this one. So hell no. So Mario and Joey, love you guys, but fuck both of y'all.
Okay. Well, then I'll go with that too. Sure. I'm not in a position to argue.
All right. Next up is Club Nouveau. Lean on Me. It was number one for 2 weeks, and Club Nouveau was this group. It was this group. They did a remake of Lean on Me, which the Bill Withers song. I didn't like the Bill Withers song. I really didn't like the Club Nouveau song, and they tried to, you know, funk it up a little bit, you know, with this R&B updated, you know, swing beat or whatever. It didn't work for me, and no, it did not deserve to be number one. Club Nouveau was a one-hit wonder, but I did like their song Situation Number 9. I did like that, but no. And they also did that song Jealousy, which was a knockoff of Rumors. So, anyways, go.
Okay, so you just said that about Rumors. I was gonna say, I like Rumors, but didn't they do Rumors? Like, I know it's Time X Social Club who did Rumors, but didn't Club Nouveau also do it?
No, they did Jealousy, which was their response to Rumors.
Okay.
And it basically had the same beat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. People always get them mixed up, and I get mixed up too.
Yeah. Time X Social Club, Club Nouveau. There was some connection, I think, between them, but I don't.
I think Club Nouveau was formed from Time X Social Club.
You think?
Yeah, I think they were members of that group became Club Nouveau.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know who Time X Social Club is. Never saw the guy or whatever. I never saw them, so I don't even know what they look like. Honestly, they were one-hit wonders as well, so I have no idea. I know Rumors was banging back in the day, so.
Yeah, I like Rumors. This song, though, no, I do not like it. You're right. I didn't like the Bill Withers version either, and I don't like Club Nouveau version. Being involved in White Christian Church, we listen to this song a lot.
Yeah. Really? Y'all be like, y'all be like arm in arm and hand in hand singing it and shit?
Just sitting down on the floor, clapping and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Let's back up for a second. Let me ask you a question, man. How the hell did you wind up, especially coming from where we come from, how the hell did you wind up going to a white Christian church? I never understood that. I know I was gone by the time all this shit happened. I was too busy out, being a predator, but...
That's true.
How'd that happen?
Oh boy, it's a long story. I mean, that church was right up the street anyway. But it's just, from what I recall, they were going around trying to find little black kids to take their church. And
oh, you were a token, man. Were you a token?
Huh?
Were you a token?
Or something. I think they were like
affirmative action.
Poor, disadvantaged kids, not just black kids. They found white kids too, but they were trying to get more kids who maybe did not go to church to go to church. And,
I mean, what was the church getting a subsidy or something for having niggas, involved or what?
I have no idea. I mean, if I want to be really negative about it, which sometimes I think about it, and I do get a little negative. If I really want to be negative about it, I think they're like, these poor little black kids don't know anything about about Jesus and they're gonna go to hell, and we want to keep them from going to hell. And I think it's a horrible thing to think if that's really like your impetus for doing this. But um, at any rate, one day they came by when I was in the yard, and they were talking to me um, and my mama, our mama, and she convinced me to go. And then I started going, and I enjoyed it, and I kept going, and I got really involved in it. So you know,
Yeah, so you're in a cult.
the time no, it wasn't a cult because I was involved in it, but I wasn't part of like the cult mentality. I never got into the cult mentality. It was there certainly,
So
but I never got into
they
it.
never rolled out a big vat full of Kool-Aid and say, "Hey, have a sip."
Absolutely not. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Uh, but I mean, I saw a lot of cult mentality,
Hmm.
but I never became part of that.
Did you
You
feel
know,
used?
huh?
Did you feel used?
No,
No.
I didn't actually feel used at all. I didn't start having negative feelings about that church at all until I got older. Like I was still going there in my 20s, and
Oh wow. Shit.
once I got older, um, I started to just kind of fall out with the way things were changing. People were leaving, and people were saying things I didn't like and doing things I didn't like, and it's just like, you know what? I am my own man. I don't have to be a part of this anymore. So,
All right,
um,
nigga.
the, what?
That bit was like, all right, nigga.
I mean, pretty much. I didn't say that to them, but
That was that.
uh,
I'm sure that's what they said to you or said about you.
perhaps,
Yeah.
perhaps, but uh, it wasn't a bad place. It really wasn't. The thing is, I learned a lot. Um, I wasn't part of a cult. The thing is, I enjoyed it. Honestly, I'll say this: I enjoyed it a lot more than any black church I've ever been to. I've been to lots of black churches, and I never really enjoyed it. But going to the white church I went to, I did enjoy it. I think a lot of people were genuine, and they were really, they believed in what they believed in, and uh, you know, I, I don't think they were against um, being smart and questioning things, and you know, they didn't try to control you. The only thing that one of the only things I ever found questionable was someone told me that the preacher actually talks to God, like God literally talks to him, like in his head, and I was like, but is that true? That kind of threw me off. But other than that, I never really saw any cult like ability. I mean, mentality.
Okay, now how we get on this subject?
Talking about this song, Bill Withers, Extra Club Nouveau. That's how we got on the subject. You asked the
Okay.
question.
I know, man.
I wasn't going to talk about it.
I'm thinking about my listeners, man. They're like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about?
I mean, you asked the question, and I wasn't
I
really.
clicked on this damn link to find out about songs of the 80s. And the motherfucker talk about talk about drinking Kool-Aid and cults and shit. I was like, the
Well,
fuck?
I didn't talk about that. I was apprehensive to even answer the question. But
I'll never get
um,
subscribers this way, man.
quite honestly, you saying that I am. I won't say.
What?
I won't say obsessed, but I'm very interested in cults. Like I read about cults a lot. I think about it a lot, and going to many churches in my lifetime kind of contributes to that. My game that I've been making is about a cult
Oh
because I'm
Lord.
so interested in it. Um, so yeah, I saw cult-like behavior at that church, but I see it at more at black churches, and that kind of drives an obsession of sorts with me and cults. So anyway, this song is not. This song is not a Christian song, as far as I know.
No, it's not.
But we listen to it in church, like in the youth group. Both versions, not just this one. There's a white version too. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the song, but I do not like the song.
Did it deserve to be number one?
It doesn't really deserve to be anything. No, it's a positive song. I you know, commend him for writing a song that was meant to be positive and bring people together, but it's not a good song. No, it didn't deserve to be number one.
Okay.
You asked the question.
I know,
Okay?
man. I know. No shade on you, man. I know. I digress a lot. So my listeners out there, you know that's how I do. Okay. So if you're out there listening, thank you for sticking with me because I do digress. I'll be digressing some more in the future, I'm sure. But if you don't like me digressing, then fuck you. All right.
That's all I was going to say.
Yeah. All right, next up is Starship with Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. If you've been listening to me in the past, you know I'm not very fond of Starship, so this song fucking sucked, and that's all I got to say. It did not deserve to be number one. It was number one for 2 weeks, and it didn't deserve that, so Starship, fuck off. Go.
I agree. In those exact words. I'm just not going to say it. There you go.
Right on. Enough about them niggas. Next up is Aretha Franklin, the late great Aretha. Damn it.
Whatever her name is. Huh?
The late great Aretha Franklin and the late great George Michael. I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. It was number one for 2 weeks. And you want to talk about an unlikely duet? The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, and George Michael. I mean, they're a generation apart. They came together, they did this song, and I think this was Aretha's last number one hit. And I don't remember much about this song. I don't think I ever intentionally listened to it as well. I'm a huge George Michael fan, but I just didn't like this song. So I'm gonna say I felt manipulated. I think it was manipulative because obviously you gonna put these two icons together just for the sole purpose of having a hit song, just like Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton for whatchamacallit. So same difference. So anyways, go.
I don't think I've ever heard the song before. Perhaps I have, but I don't know it to say anything about it. I'll give it an A.
It wasn't great. So, but like I said, two iconic singers, and that's about it. All right, next up is Cutting Crew with "I Just Died in Your Arms." I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been whatever. Yeah, I hated this song then. I hate it now. So if you're out there listening, Cutting Crew people, fuck off. Go.
Yeah, this song is horrible. This is a horrible song, and it's so it starts in such an abrupt way, and just the chorus is freaking horrible. The best thing about it though is not even the song itself. In Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, I believe it is, on one of the radio stations, we have you have a DJ named Fernando, and he sings the song, and he has this
Fernando what? Fernando what? Valenzuela?
Martinez.
Okay.
Fernando Martinez, and he has stereotypical Latin accent, and it just sounds ridiculous. Him singing the song is hilarious, but the song is terrible. And I hate the song. No, it doesn't deserve to be number one.
I concur. All right, next up is U2 with their first number one hit song, "With or Without You," and I think it was from Rattle and Hum. Was that Rattle and Hum album came, or was it Joshua Tree? I don't know.
Joshua Tree, because Rattle and Hum was
live. It was live, wasn't it? It was a live album. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, Joshua Tree.
Yeah, Joshua Tree. Okay. Anyways, U2 is one of my favorite bands. I've always liked them. Even when they became, they went from this cutting edge, angry Irish band to being this pop group that, never found a hit song they didn't like. So I think with Joshua Tree is that album where they kind of sold out and then said, "Fuck it, we need to eat." So, but With or Without You, I mean, it had this haunting feel to it. And I always like Bono, and I like his voice and everything, so I give it a pass. So I'll say, yeah, it belonged. It was there for 3 weeks. Yeah, there's something about the song. It has some sort of redeeming quality for me. So yeah, I'm good with it. Go.
Yeah, it's not that bad. This is not one of my favorite U2 songs. It's one of the slower ones. And it's not a slow song, but it's slower than a lot of songs I like from them. Um, and uh, yeah, I can see it as being kind of a sellout. Not really a sellout song, but something that is more palatable to the mainstream,
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's
guess.
not political or angry like a lot of their songs where it's talking about, it doesn't have a, some deep message behind it like most of their music prior to this. So,
Yeah, a lot of their songs were angry and about war and about poverty and things like that. And this was not one of them. This
yeah.
was a love song of sorts. So I can see why it went to number one. It's all right. It's not their best song, but it's also certainly not the worst. So I can deal with it being number one.
All right. And one thing I'll say about Bono, because it's an Irish band or whatever. He's an Irish singer. He's one of the few Irish singers who doesn't sound like he has food in his mouth when he's
I
talking
knew
or
you were gonna
singing.
say that.
so, so that's a plus. Oh, by the way, Dixie's Midnight Runners. If you guys been listening to me, I went off on Dixie's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen. I said that I can understand a word that they were saying, and that they were Irish band. Actually, I have a lot of listeners in the UK. So if you're out there listening, and you're in the UK, I appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for being my. I think I have more subscribers from the UK than any place else. So I do appreciate you guys, and yeah, and they keep me in check. So it turns out that Dixie's Midnight Runners was not an Irish band; they were a British band. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so I guess
Guess
it's
what?
the huh?
Guess what? They were Irish.
Yeah, they're Irish. Yeah, they're not Irish. Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah. So they checked me on that. So they fact checked me. So I want to acknowledge that. I forget who it was that fact checked me, but I am acknowledging the fact that I was wrong when I said that Dexy's Midnight Runners was an Irish band. They were not Irish. They are British, but he still sounded like he got food in his mouth. So it's not Irish folks that sound like they got food in their mouth. It's British folks that sound like they got food in their mouth when they talk. So
Maybe just certain people like him,
yeah,
Kevin Rowland.
yeah. Poor old Johnny.
The song's still whack. It's still really not a good song. So
No.
it's a really creepy, rapey song.
Yeah. Come on, Eileen.
Oh, I swear.
What?
Oh, I swear. That's what he says.
Like I said, I never understood a word he was fucking saying. So Kevin Rowland, you out there listening? I still need you to send me those lyrics, Kevin. So if you're listening, hook me up. All right. Next up is Kim Wilde with "You Keep Me Hanging On." It was number one for a week, and it was week too long. Kim Wilde was a one hit wonder, never to be seen or heard from again. So it did not deserve to be number one. Go.
I don't hate this song. Um, I don't know if it deserved to be number one so much, but I don't think it's a bad song. Actually, it's the pop song, eh, not remarkable, but I don't hate it.
You just keep me hanging on. Whatever.
Did you know that it was a cover?
Yeah, it was a cover.
I didn't know it.
Who?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The Supremes.
Who?
The Supremes.
That's right. That's right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a cover.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, it was a Motown song. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's not bad. I don't hate it. I think it's her version. I've never heard Supreme's version, but her version is really not that bad.
I don't agree.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Atlantic Star with "Always," which is a ballad, and it was a one week stay at the top, and it's one of those R&B songs that once again it just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Just too sappy, This song was just dripping with honey, and it's one of those songs that you hear at a wedding and all that kind of shit. Whatever, man. Fuck off. Go.
Yeah, the song is a quintessential 80's love song, love ballad, slow, sappy, and just not. Who wants to sit here and listen to that song? Nobody was like, I just want to listen to "Always." I love this song. Oh, I'm gonna sing it. Oh God, I love it. I don't think anybody's like that.
No.
With that being said, not terrible, not terrible, but it's also just not a good song so much. I can see why it would grab you though, in a way. I mean, the vocal performances are very good, so just 1 week. I'll give you 1 week. It's fine.
And that was 1 week too many. So, all right. Next up, Lisa and Cult Jam with Head to Toe. Now, Lisa and Cult Jam, they were produced by Full Force. They were part of the whole hip hop R&B scene back then, along with like the Force MDs. They're kind of cut from that cloth. Like I said, they were produced by Full Force, who were producing a lot of hip hop R&B artists at this time. And this song was their first #1 hit. I know they had a hit song before this called what was that song? The slow song. What was it? All Cried Out. And this song was very repetitive. I didn't like it very much. I like Lisa. I like Lisa, but I just didn't like this particular song. Go.
I don't mind this song. Uh, it's just your typical poppy hip hop R&B type song. Yeah, I think if I were really paying attention at the time when it came out, I probably loved it. But now, just hearing it, it's a product of its time, but it's not terrible. It's all right. Um, I have no problem with it being #1.
I do. So, because I ain't like it. But
Okay.
I will say this much, though. Lisa, if you're out there listening, she has some bodacious tatas. So, that helped.
Okay. I hope she responds to that.
I'm sure she will. Along with Tony M's daughter. I can't say that Tony M's daughter has bodacious tatas because I've never seen her. But since she's Tony M's daughter, she probably looks just like him. So that is not a plus. So.
Lickety split.
I get old shit. All right. Okay, next up is Whitney Houston. I want to dance for somebody who loves me. Oh, sweet Jesus. It was #1 for 2 weeks, man. I've already gone off on Whitney, man, so I'm not gonna go off on her again on this show, man. So I'll just go ahead and just say this song fucking sucks. Oh, this is probably like the most repetitive song in the history of repetitive songs. God damn, this song is awful. Jesus Christ, it's awful. Go.
You said it. Super.
Oh shit.
Over and 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 over.
Yeah, one more time. Second verse, same as the first.
I mean, she's a great singer, so you might want to hear that over and over again, but I don't. I don't think it deserves to be #1. I can't give it to her.
Run that shit back. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Oh, shit. This song fucking sucks. Just think about, man, listen to this song back to back with How Will I Know. Your head will probably literally fucking explode, man. Jesus.
People have and do listen to it that way, I promise you. And they love it.
You think?
Yep.
Oh, man. Bless their hearts. Shit. If you're that type of person who will listen to those songs back to back and love it, please grow the fuck up.
Well, it's not a matter of growing up. It's like gain some taste.
Something. Do something. Shit. Get out of your mom's basement. As I record from my basement.
There you go. You have no room to speak.
I got plenty of room to speak because I come out of my basement. This is my office, okay? This is my studio. This has a functioning purpose. You know what I mean?
You're somebody who wants to feel the heat with somebody, and you want somebody who loves you. You can listen to that song as many times as you want to. Just don't make me listen to it.
Yeah, I want to snort some coke with somebody.
Oh, how terrible!
All right, crackhead. All right.
Somebody who had a lot of pressure on her and just wanted to live her life the way she wanted to live it, and had too much. She was in the public eye and had too much family control, and just could not be herself because she didn't want to be with Bobby Brown. I'll tell you that.
Be calling calling me, man. It should be calling me. It be calling me. You all right, Whitney? It should be calling me.
You know, her story's sad. I don't really want to talk about it.
Anyways, hey, Bobby Brown didn't do all that to her. You know.
No, he didn't.
Folks blame him for turning her out. She was already turned out before he.
I don't blame Bobby Brown. I blame her family.
Yeah, she like
it was
said,
her family that did it. Yeah. She wanted to be with that woman and could not, and that was, it drove her to do bad things.
That's right. I mean, because it ain't like she met Bobby and became a crackhead overnight. She was already on that path. She was already doing that shit.
Her brother gave her the cocaine, so
Yeah, something.
It's horrible.
Yeah, you ain't see shit because you was doing shit. All right. All right. Next up is Heart with Alone. It was number 1 for 3 weeks. So Heart is this group of obviously sisters from two sisters. They had some major hits back in the 70s. So this will come back for them. Some 10 years after Magic Man and Crazy on You. Alone is nowhere near the quality of those two songs. So, but it was good to see Heart come back, many years later and have another hit song. I'm not gonna say it deserved to be there for 3 weeks, but I get it. I mean, the song was decent. I mean, it was a Heart song. So if you know Heart, you like Heart, you'll like this song. That's the best thing I can say. Go.
I kind of like Heart. I've never heard the song, so I might like it. I don't know. I kind of like Heart. I have nothing to say about it. I've never heard it.
It's an 80s song done by Heart. It's a ballad, an 80s ballad done by Heart. And as soon as you hear the first note, you'll be like, okay, that's Heart. So,
okay.
Yeah. Nothing special about it. Next up, Bob Seger with Shakedown. It was number 1 for a week. And I think Shakedown was like from the Eddie Murphy movie, Beverly Hills Cop 2, I believe. Of course, Bob Seger is an indelible icon of rock music. Of like the country, was it like country rock? Not so much country rock. 70s rock, guitar rock.
Yeah,
that type of music, whatever. Obviously, everybody knows him from the song from Risky Business. What's that? I like my old time rock and roll. Is that what it's called?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, but this song, I mean, I didn't like it. I mean, it was a movie song and I didn't like it, but it was there for only a week, so I guess okay, go.
Yeah, I didn't know what this was until you said it, and now I know what it is. I completely remember it, and I think I liked it from the movie.
It was from the opening credits, right? When he was like driving the red car.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So just knowing it from the movie, I liked it, but I can't say this is a song I've ever listened to outside of watching the movie. So I don't know if it deserved to be number 1, but I mean Beverly Hills Cop is a good movie. So
no, this is Beverly Hills Cops 2. Beverly Hills. Damn, I can't talk today. Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Well, I didn't think that was a bad movie either. Do you?
No, I mean it wasn't as good as the first one, of course, which is a legendary film. But yeah, it was it was decent. The third one sucked ass, but this one wasn't terrible.
I mean, I think just based on the fact that was a pretty good movie, being attached to that, I can see why it would be number 1, certainly. So, it deserved to be number 1, but I don't know if it's really a good song. I don't know. I know in the movie I liked it. So that's all I can say.
There's a rumor that from Beverly Hills, the original movie Beverly Hills Cop, the character Mikey, it was Mikey, right? That got killed at the beginning.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the guy, Eddie's Axel's buddy that gets killed. That's what made him go to L.A. to investigate his murder. Anyways, the two characters, the rumor is that they had a homosexual relationship. So if you remember the movie, man, how they kind of interacted with each other, I can kind of see where there's like some pseudo undertones of some sort of sexual, proclivity between the two of them. What do you think?
I haven't seen it in so long. It's hard for me to even say anything about that. I've never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, that's some white boy rumor or whatever. Folks on the internet Folks who've seen the movie 1,000 times and nitpick everything. Oh, you know what? There's some sexual tension between Eddie and Mikey or Joey, what the fuck his name was. So I never looked at it that way. But once you hear that and then you go back and look at it again, you're like, okay, there could be a little something there. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna watch it and see what happens. I don't know.
And the thing that really kind of bothers me is that, okay, you had this relationship between Eddie and the guy that got killed, and the girl, when he goes to LA, the girl that he's hanging out with, who apparently there were 3 friends who did shit together back in the day. Eddie never tried to smash her at all at any time during the movie.
Well, why does he have to though? I mean, is that necessary?
Well, she was kind of hot, so.
Every woman you meet, you wanna hit it.
It's not that, man. I'm just saying she was kind of hot. It's a movie.
Okay. So if a woman is hot, you have to want to sleep with her.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying it's gonna run through if for a fleeting second, it might run through your head.
Okay, maybe it did, but he just didn't act on it.
Well, maybe he should have. Me watching the movie, I'm thinking, Axel, you need to try to hit this at some point.
I mean, with it being a movie, I'm surprised it didn't happen because that's really how it works. If there's a man and a woman working together, then they're gonna do something. You know it.
Well, Eddie's black and she was white. You know what I mean? So back then, even back then, they weren't trying to, They
were still flirting with it though.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to,
Think about the golden child.
Yeah, they cut that. They actually cut that scene out to where they didn't show the sex scene. So.
Mm-hmm. But they did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like. They now Charlotte Lewis wasn't exactly white, but
But she wasn't black.
She wasn't black.
She had straight long hair. Okay. So.
Yeah, they could have done it. They could have flirted with it in some way, but they didn't have to. I mean, I don't think that's necessary to a movie. Quite honestly, I don't like romance in a movie. I don't think it's necessary.
Well.
You have to have a man and woman together, and they fall in love or whatever. That doesn't have to happen.
I think it depends how and where it happens. I mean, and within the construct of the film, is it part of the arc of the characters? Then yeah. But if you just kind of slam in a sex scene just because you got a hot lead and a hot male and hot female lead, A perfect example of that, especially back in in the 90s, like the action flicks or whatever, there always be a sex scene where like the hero and the woman is like on the run from somebody. They've been running and fighting, and killing and all this kind of shit. And then they're on the run. They like in a barn or something trying to hide out.
Yeah.
And a movie that is very guilty of this, man. It's a movie with Cindy Crawford and William Baldwin called Fair Game. You remember that? You ever see it?
I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, they were like on a train. They've been running from the cops. They got folks trying to kill them. They're on it. They stole away on a train like hobos or whatever, right? And they ain't bathing in days. They've been running and sweating and killing, and they have sex on the train. And I'm like, this is only because it's Cindy Crawford and William Baldwin, and you got to have a little TNA, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's kind of how movies are. I
No,
don't know.
well, let me cut you off. Okay, you remember the Terminator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in the Terminator, he's on a run with Sarah, and they have sex. But the only reason for him being there, why he accepted the mission to come there, because he was in love with her. So that's an action flick where you have gratuitous sex, but it's part of the arc of the characters. You know what I mean? So it didn't feel like it was like, okay, we got to show them having sex. You feel me?
Yeah, but see the point of what I'm... Okay, this is what I mean. I'm not even so much talking about a sex scene. I don't think just because you have two people, a man and a woman, working together, in a movie, that they have to have some romantic connection. I don't think that needs to happen. But more often than not, that's how it goes. If there's a man and there's a woman, they're going to have, by the end, most likely they're going to have some sort of romantic connection. And that does not have to happen. I really hate it when they do that. Like when they, if they bypass that throughout the movie, I'm happy. But, I watch a lot of martial arts movies, and that happens a lot. Man and woman fighting together, and eventually they're going to fall in love with something. I just think that's unnecessary.
I want to have sex now. You want to have sex too?
Well,
yeah.
So I don't mean that kind of martial martial arts. I mean, I like those martial
I
arts.
know,
That's not what I'm talking about,
I
though.
know.
Also, you're a racist.
Oh, you.
But you're also a racist. But,
No, I'm not.
okay. What are we talking about?
we're talking about Bob Seger shakedown from Beverly Hills Cop. Digressing again, damn it. Oh, by the way, since we're digressing, and we're on the subject, you remember the movie Pelican Brief with Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
There was a sex scene that got cut. You know, because they didn't want to. They didn't think that seeing black Denzel smashing the shit out of white Julia Roberts. So who was
How
like,
sad.
yeah, who was like America's queen back at that time. So yeah, so it happens, man. Still happens to this day. So
Horrible.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Oh, you remember when I was on CNN, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they interviewed me or whatever, and I talked about when I was trying to cast stepsisters that one of the questions I would ask that whoever was that was auditioning how they feel about being having a love scene with a black guy, and the actress was like, nah, I'm not gonna be kissing a black guy. So
Wow.
yeah, even to this day. So
I mean, I can understand. I don't want to do a sex scene, but it'd be like I don't want to kiss a black guy.
Like in Stepsisters, there was never a sex scene in Stepsisters, but it was kissing. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like if somebody were to say, I don't want to do a sex scene, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But to say, if you say, I don't mind doing a kissing scene, but I don't want to kiss a black guy, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. So, anyways, where was I? Oh, all right, next. U2. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It was number 1 for 2 weeks. And this is the song where I kind of fell off the U2 wagon. This song was totally a sellout, redundant hit song for them. Is where they finally, I think they fully turned into the skid and became, pop artists versus becoming, versus staying relevant, conscious artists. So, go.
Sure. I don't. I don't like this song. It's slow and repetitive.
Yeah.
And annoying. And this is not one of my U2 songs that I actually like. So no, doesn't deserve to be number 1.
All right. Next up, Madonna. Who's That Girl? From the movie Who's That Girl? It was number 1 for a week. Nothing wrong with this song. It was okay. It was kind of catchy or whatever. It was from a movie. The movie sucked ass. It was a flop, but I mean, it was number 1 for a week. I'm okay with it being number 1 for a week. That's about it. Go.
You know what?
What?
I remember liking this song a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and actually seeing that movie and liking the movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited about it every time it came on.
All right, now, man, slow your roll, shit.
I mean, I don't know why, but I liked it. I have no idea why. I haven't heard the song in many years. I don't know what it sounds like now, but I know when I was a child and I heard the song in that movie, I liked it. So to deserve to be number 1, sure, we'll go with that.
Whatever. All right.
Whatever.
Next up is Los Lobos with La Bamba. Number 1 for 3 weeks from the movie La Bamba, which was the story of Richie Valens, who of course died in the plane crash with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. Ba 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 la bamba. I think the original Richie Valens tune was number 1 as well back when it came out.
Yep.
This was nowhere near as good as the original Richie Valens version, but La Bamba is an iconic, Latin song or whatever. Is it Latin or Latino or Hispanic? Mexican pop song. So I'm okay with it. So go.
Yeah, I like this song. I like it. I like both versions of it. You're right, it's not as good as the original, but I mean, I like it. And I remember I liked that movie a lot. I watched that movie a lot. I haven't seen it in many years, but I liked it, and I like the song. and I will see. I can see why it would be number one, really. So I think it deserved to be there. You know, and then many years later, you get a pseudo cover called Mo Bamba, and you know,
Was it Mo Bamba?
no, I'm joking actually.
Oh,
That song is Mo Bamba has nothing to do with. Actually, is that what it's called, Mo Bamba?
I have no idea.
Isn't Mo Bamba like a basketball player?
Yeah, he's a basketball player. So
Yeah, yeah. So Sheck West did a song called Mo Bamba, and he
I've
should
never
have.
heard it.
It's a trap song.
Oh, okay.
Um, um,
Why would I listen to a trap song?
you listen to trap all the time.
No, I don't.
Okay. Anyway, um, he that's a missed opportunity. He could have done a cover, but anyway, this song's all right. I like it. Number one, sure.
Okay. Mad shout out to Richie Valens. Rest in peace with Big Bopper and Buddy Holly. The way they died is tragic. They call it the day music died when they died in the plane crash. So I've always been fascinated by the plane crash and what happened and all that kind of stuff. And actually, I think you know this. Richie Valens wasn't even supposed to be on that flight.
Right.
Somebody gave up their seat to him, and of course, as you know, the plane it was on a cold late night in Wisconsin. Was it Wisconsin or Minnesota? So it was someplace up north. Yeah, and the plane crashed a few minutes after takeoff. The pilot was a young guy who he's like maybe 20, 21 years old, was inexperienced flying that type of plane. Also, he was inexperienced flying with controls. Because I don't know if you know much about flight and airplanes and that kind of stuff. I used to inspect airplanes in the military, so I know a little bit about airplanes and all this kind of stuff. You can fly by instruments or you can fly by sight. And this was late at night, and it was bad weather, snow, all this kind of stuff. And he was flying by instruments, and the pilot wasn't experienced or certified in flying with. He had done it, but he wasn't nowhere near certified or experienced enough to do it. I guess by himself or whatever. So he was flying by instruments, and basically just flew the plane into the ground, and because he couldn't see. At least that's what they ascertained as far as what happened, because it wasn't a type of mechanical failure. So that the type of plane that he was flying, you had to fly by instruments, I think that particular plane, the instrument panel was reversed, so down was up and up was down, and he basically just flew the plane into the ground and killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens himself, and Big Bopper. So anyway,
it's terrible.
Yeah. So, anyways, next up, yeah.
But I'll say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not about that, but about La Bamba in general.
What?
Not even about in general. There's a you know how they take songs and like put them in car commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't hear La Bamba without thinking of the time they put La Bamba in a Honda commercial. And it was, you should be driving a Honda.
I've never seen that. I have no idea what you're talking about. So good.
It is horrible. I mean, it reminds me of the time they put Saved by Zero in a car commercial.
Now, I do remember that. Yeah.
Like, that's the best car commercial in history. There you go.
I don't know all about that, but okay. All right. Next up is shit. Michael Jackson and Saida Garrett. I just can't stop loving you. God. It was number one for only a week. Thank God. This song fucking sucked. Yeah, I've. If you listen to my review of what album was this from? Bad. It was from Bad. Yeah, from Bad. If you listen to our review of Bad, you know exactly how I feel about it. So no need for me to rehash and go in on Mike on this or whatever. Just say that this song did not deserve to be number one because it was a piece of shit. Go.
Yeah, if you want to go back to that episode, I talked about how I feel about it. And from what I recall saying, I mean, I know how I feel about it now, but what I recall saying is that I don't hate it. It's just not a song for me. I don't think it's that bad, but it's not a song for me. And it can get annoying. I can see why it would be number one, quite honestly, but it's just not a song for me to love, and I don't really listen to it myself. But I don't think it's bad, terribly. I really don't think it's like a horrible song. So, yeah, I have no problem with it being number one.
I just can't stop loving you. I just can't listen to this song.
I can. I just
I
choose
can't.
not to most of the time.
I can't. All right, next up is Whitney. Whitney Houston again with Didn't We Almost Have It All? It was number one for 2 weeks. And once again, that's 2 weeks too long. I've said it before. I was not a Whitney Houston fan, so it's hard for me to like any song that she did, or whatever. And now, even now, knowing that she was a crackhead when she was doing this music makes it even less appealing to me. So, no, it did not deserve to be number one. Go.
Nope, didn't deserve to be number one. I can't say there are a lot of Whitney Houston songs I do like. So, yeah, she's a good singer. That's why her songs go to number one, because she's a good singer. Um, and that is really the only reason that I would even excuse this here, but it's not a good song. So, no.
No, absolutely not. Okay. All right, next up is White Snake with Here I Go Again. It was number one for 1 week. White Snake was this hair band. This is back when hair bands were popular and everything. And once again, a very redundant song. I didn't like it then, don't like it now. So, fuck them. Go.
Yeah, this song's kind of trash. I don't like, I don't like hair metal. Never have.
No, I don't either.
There's very little hair metal I will even tolerate. Like, I can't do it.
Speaking of hair metal, shout out to Eddie Van Halen. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. I never called Van Halen hair metal, but
They had hair.
they had hair.
Lots of it.
But not like
Metallica.
They didn't incorporate the hair into the music. So, yeah.
Incorporate the hair. The hair don't play the guitar, nigga. You better incorporate the hair, just a look, nigga.
I'm joking.
Okay, shit. What the fuck, man?
I'm totally joking. So, I say that to say I didn't like the song. The song's not good. No.
Incorporate the hair. Okay. Well, Metallica, I love Metallica, man. They had hair. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them hair metal though.
Okay, so it's hair metal if you don't like them, but because Metallica had a lot of hair.
But they had a lot of hair, but it's, certain types of why do you call it hair metal? Like, what is hair metal?
Because the band played heavy metal music and they had a lot of hair, so they call it hair metal.
But that's not exactly. It is a certain style of music.
No, it's not really. They play heavy metal music. They had a bunch of fucking hair on their head.
Not really. So the way that I've always seen hair metal, bands like Whitesnake and Motley Crue and Def Leppard, that's hair metal because they have a certain style. Like, they sound a certain way. Like, they're kind of pop leaning, but they're also on the metal side. They weren't dark and hard like Metallica. So, and like, even Guns N' Roses, I wouldn't really call it hair metal. But Whitesnake, that's a certain style of music. Just like you would say, like, glam rock. That's basically what that is.
See, I see. You saying it because the bands that you like, you're not calling them hair metal because you like them, but
not really, because I don't like Guns N' Roses. I like a couple of Guns N' Roses songs. I don't like Guns N' Roses.
Anyways, they had hair and they played rock music, hard edge rock music, metal type music, and you got all you got is drums, lead, and bass. I mean, these bands. Yeah.
Compare Whitesnake to Metallica though. Completely different style.
Different style, but same look. I mean, I can see them, being on tour together. Whitesnake and Metallica. You know what I mean?
I can't.
It'll be the same. They appeal to the same fucking crowd. Shit. Beer drinking, and shots off the belly type young white folk and girls who don't mind showing their titties in public. I mean, come on.
What it is? Okay.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
And they all had hair too.
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
All right, man. Uh, Next up is "Lost in Emotion" by Lisa and Cult Jam. It was number one for a week. And I remember this song, didn't like it at all, but I like the fact that Lisa had bodacious tatas. So just because it's she had the tatas, I'm saying it was okay for being number one. So
I mean, I guess Tata's always, give you an edge,
yeah,
even if the music is bad. I don't know. Uh, I don't know this song,
you ain't
so
missing nothing. Trust me on that.
can't speak on it. But I hate to be just like you and give her points for the Tatas, so I won't do that.
All right, nigga. Next up, oh shit, here we go again.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, Bad, number one for 2 weeks. I'm smooth. I'm bad. Uh, because it's Michael. I mean, I guess it deserved number one. You had the video and all the hoopla behind the song and everything, and so I guess it deserved to be number one. And how many people proud of you? 3 people proud of me. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
Tired you mess with me, man. Get away from me. Get off of me. What's up? What's up? You guys are sick. You're sick. Tortoise shells. All right, man.
He called them turtle shells, like tortoise shells.
Tortoise. Oh, excuse me, Joe College. Oh, by the way, I think you and I had questioned it when we did a review whether or not he was in college or in high school. He was in high school. He was in a boarding school.
Really?
So, yeah, he was in high school. He was a high school student. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like 30 years old.
Yeah. Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. Living in the Bronx. Looking like that. Living in the Bronx. Oh, shit. You supposed to be riding with a gang? Yeah, right. Yeah.
He was a thug before he went to boarding school.
Nah, no, that pointy ass nose and your long hair. You wouldn't have survived in the Bronx looking like that, man. You got the shit beat out of you. So, I've been to the Bronx, man. Them motherfuckers don't play. So, anyways, go.
Oh, we're talking about Bad? I love Bad.
I know you do.
Be number one. And yes, I hope you burn in hell. I like this song a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bad. And 2 weeks is not long enough. Fantastic song. I love it. I don't care what you say.
Okay, dude.
I don't think there are that many people who would disagree with me, but okay.
I said it deserved to be number one. I did say that. It did deserve it, yeah. So I'm agreeing with you. And I have my misgivings when it comes to Mike, but I'm going to leave that alone. Oh, shit, what's next? Tiffany. I think we're alone now. It was number one for 2 weeks. It was a cover of a Beatles song, but it should have been a song that Michael Jackson did because with a title like "I Think We're Alone Now," this shit would have been perfect for Mike, boy.
Be quiet.
I got this song. You want to hear it? I sang it just for you.
All right.
I think we're alone now. Oh shit, Mike, why you turning the lights out? Shh. I think we're alone now.
Okay, we're talking about Tiffany, right?
Oh yeah, this Tiffany was this one hit wonder female singer, along with Teeny Bopper. She got her notoriety. She was doing like concerts at malls and that kind of stuff. So she became really popular and everything for a minute. Her and Debbie Gibson kind of ruled the airways for a few minutes, and this was her big hit song. I think we're alone now, and no, it did not deserve to be number one because it was just bubblegum pop. So no, it was once again they took a Beatles song and turned it into a bubblegum pop song. So no, it did not deserve to be number one. So Tiffany out there listening, fuck you and your mama. Go.
It's not the Beatles. Tommy James and the Shondells.
What? Oh, it wasn't the Beatles. I thought it was the Beatles.
Was not the Beatles.
Okay, well, I'll take that back. I stand corrected, but Tiffany, still fuck you. Go.
Okay. So this version of the song is not good. No. Tiffany, I can understand. Why people liked it. I guess. I'm surprised you didn't say Tiffany has bodacious tatas.
Does she?
But yeah, she kind of does.
Okay. I never paid attention to her, so I don't know. Okay, go.
But maybe she didn't in the 80s. But she does now. She plays. She's best known for this song and being in movies like Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
She's one of those, man. She's one of those.
I think she was also in Sharknado, I believe. I'm not totally sure. But she was.
I thought that was Tara Reid.
Huh?
I thought that was Tara Reid that was in those movies.
She may not have been in Sharknado, but she plays in movies like this. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Mega Python versus Gatoroid, and as stupid as it is, I like it. I like some of those stupid movies. So
really, man, there's a movie called what? What's it called?
Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
What the fuck is a Gatoroid?
It's like a bionic gator.
You can't be kidding me, man.
No.
Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
Mega Piranha. She was also in Mega Piranha, and Mega Piranha was fantastic. You gotta watch that one.
I'm Gatoroid. Did the Gatoroid drink Gatorade?
It didn't, but it drank a lot of blood. It was really a menace. So Mega Python versus Gatoroid. Check it out.
By the way, Debbie Gibson was in a movie like that. I don't know what the name of it was, but she did one of those type of movies. I forget what it was.
Debbie Gibson was in the movie with Tiffany.
No, she was in the Gatoroid movie too.
Yeah, she was in that.
Oh, so it might be the same movie. Is it one where she played like she's a scientist or something?
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's it. I think it was like on and I watched 10 seconds of it because okay, it's Debbie Gibson. So that was it. That was Gatoroid. Shit.
Yeah. And I mean, Debbie Gibson may have been in Mega Piranha too, because they were both scientists. But like Tiffany was like a fighting scientist. Like she was shooting and stuff. She was using guns and stuff. Mm-hmm. Crazy. But I'm glad she found success in doing that type of thing. I'm looking now, and she did cover a Beatles song. I saw her standing there.
Oh, really?
She did. Yeah.
Okay.
But this song we're talking about was Tommy James and the Shondells.
Okay.
Her version of it is not good. So no, it didn't deserve to be number one. I like the Screeching Weasel version of it.
Screeching Weasel?
Yeah, punk rock band.
Were they in Gatoroid too?
They were not in it, but I like Screeching Weasel.
Oh man, I gotta watch Gatoroid, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. And again, watch Mega Piranha too, because that's awesome.
Mega Piranha and Gatoroid. Okay.
Yeah. Mega Python versus Gatoroid. You gotta look it up. It's probably on YouTube. Not YouTube, I mean, Netflix.
Okay, because I ain't paying for it, so that's for certain.
Yeah, it's probably on Netflix because it was made by the company called The Asylum, and
do all the knockoff movies. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Pacific Rim. They did Atlantic Rim.
They did Titanic too, and.
Did they do the New Jack City sequel too?
New Jack City Part 2?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Did they do it?
I don't know.
I mean, does that exist?
I'm just thinking.
The only New Jack City sequel I know was an album by Lil Bow Wow.
Was who?
An album by Lil Bow Wow.
Oh. I don't think there was a New Jack City movie sequel. I think they tried to do one, but West was like, "Fuck y'all," so they never did it. I'm thinking somebody like The Asylum would do it anyway. With DMX or something as the lead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I've watched way too
No,
many.
I'm telling you, Ray J as the lead.
Well, I mean, they'll get a little Bow Wow since he already did the album called, put Bow Wow in
I
there.
never heard that album, so I don't listen to Bow Wow.
I haven't either, but I know it existed.
I'm sure it's probably whack.
Of course it is. Isn't he whack?
Yeah, he is. So
Yeah,
Bow Wow,
so
if you're out there listening, you're whack.
He's whack.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shad Moss.
Where them fat girls at? Where them big girls at?
Okay. I can't tell. I don't know any songs by that guy.
Where them big girls at? Where them big girls at? Anyway.
But anyway, Mega Python vs. Gatoroid. That deserves to be number one. This song, not so much.
Okay, I think we agree there.
I like those silent movies. I'm talking about them because I like them.
I can tell because you know way too much about them. So, so if you're out there listening, is Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
Versus Gatoroid.
Okay, so check it out. and if you've seen it, please comment below and let me know what you think about Mega Shark versus Gator Bait. Okay, next up is Billy Idol, Moni Moni. It was number one for a week, and this was a remake of it was a cover of the original. Did Tommy James and Chanel's do this one too?
They sure did.
Oh shit! Wow. So hey, so you had back-to-back songs that were covers of Tommy James songs that were number one by other artists. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, a little fun fact. All right, I'm a huge Billy Idol fan, but I didn't like this song at all. It was once again, it was just too redundant for me. I'm a huge fan of Billy Idol, though I think he was an underrated artist during his heyday or whatever. And I will stand on the mountaintop and scream it as loud as I possibly can. I think Eyes Wide Out Face is one of the greatest pop rock songs in history. I love that fucking song. I adore it. So based on the fact that I'm a huge fan of Billy Idol, Billy Idol's discography, man, is damn good. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if you listen to Billy Idol. If you're out there, my listeners out there, I don't know if you guys ever paid attention to Billy Idol, but he has one hell of a discography. And his album, Rebel Yell, I bought the cassette. And I listened to that thing from beginning to end over and over again. It was one of my favorite albums way back in the day when it came out. So as you can tell, I'm gushing a little bit. I'm a huge fan of Billy Idol's, and I didn't like Moni Moni, but I love Eyes Without a Face, and I think Eyes Without a Face should have been a number one hit, but it wasn't. So go.
Yeah, so I should clown you for your Billy Idol love the way you did my Human League love, but I'll refrain from that.
I have no shame, so you can clown me all you want. So.
I mean, I don't have a shame about Human League, but you're all like, you know too much about them. I'm like, okay. I like Billy Idol for what I've heard from him. This song is very repetitive.
Yes.
But he didn't write it, so I guess we can go ahead and give him credit for that. His version of it's all right. It's
an energetic song. It has a lot of energy behind it. I'll say that much.
Yeah. That's kind of the positive thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
He has a good performance behind it. So, I mean, number one, I'll go with that. That's fine. He is a talented guy.
Yes. So if you're not into Billy Idol, give him a listen. White Wedding, Cradle of Love, To Be a Stranger, Blue Highway, Catch My Fall. A lot of great Billy Idol songs that from his discography that you need to get into. He was a good artist. Okay. Next up, Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. I had the time of my life, and I never want to hear this song again. Cause I swear it fucking sucks, and I owe it all to you. This fucking song. It's from what movie? What movie is that from? It's from
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Yeah. Damn it. I hated this goddamn song. And it was just all over the goddamn radio. So, no, it did not deserve to be number one. Fuck y'all. Go.
Rewind everything you just said and then call them my words because I agree.
I had the time of my life. Shit. Okay.
Horrible song. It's really bad.
Yeah. And it's followed by another terrible song. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, this song, it sounds like shit. I don't give a damn cause I got nice tits.
Does she know?
Yeah, she has some nice tatas, man. That's about it. Belinda Carlisle, she's the lead singer from the Go-Go's, which was an iconic um, rock female all-girl band. And so they have a nice place in history or whatever. And they made some pretty decent songs and all that kind of stuff. But Belinda Carlisle, she broke out on her own as a solo artist. She had a string of hits, and this one went to number one. But it is very redundant and repulsive, and I didn't like it. So there you go.
Repetitive pop song, trash. I say that and I don't really hate it, but I don't actually like it either. I don't think it deserves to be number one because it's really annoying. It's a sounds like little girls singing.
Yep.
And I hate listening to little girls sing.
Yep.
So no, doesn't deserve to be number one.
Agree. All right, that brings us to the last song of 1987. I guess we'll stop here. The last song of 1987 that was number one, George Michael's Faith. And it was number one for 4 weeks. And this is the song and album that made me love George Michael as an artist. Because his Faith album was off the chain good. It was pop, it was 80s radio pop, but it was 80s radio pop done with a purpose. I think I'm going to give George Michael a little credit here. I think he's one of the few, bubblegum pop artists who actually made a successful transition to being a serious artist. He was a serious artist trapped inside of a machine that dictated him being a pop idol, when a bubblegum pop idol, when that's something they never wanted. He always, I think he said it himself, he always wanted to be taken as a serious artist, and nobody took him seriously. I think until this album came out, and because it had a lot of, even though it had some pop, radio hits or whatever, it had some songs also that were serious artistic songs, most notably Father Figure, and Faith, the song Faith. It's just a catchy tune. I like the little rockabilly sound, the acoustic guitar. It was just a catchy song. There's nothing iconic about it, and as far as any relevance, as far as social relevance or anything like that, or any artistic merit. But it's a song from an artist it's a song from a guy. Now, and to me, George Michael's kind of a tragic figure in that sense, because he's somebody who actually wanted to be taken seriously as an artist. And, and after this album, that's when he really kind of delved into it, when he released the Listen Without Prejudice album, and kind of shied away from his pop persona, and he never returned to that type of music again. So big kudos to George Michael and to Faith. It definitely deserves to be number one. Go.
I'm glad that you had all the great things to say about it. I'm glad you delved into him as an artist and about just what he wanted to be and what he became and what kind of a good guy he was. I'm really happy about that you have all the great things to say about it, because I don't have that. I'm not gonna say that the song sucks.
Okay.
I don't know if it sucks. I just don't like it. It's never done it for me. I've heard it billions and billions of times. It's just it's not my type of song. I don't hate it.
I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. Come on, man. It's catchy.
Know what I hate about it, though?
What
I actually do hate about it?
What?
I started to really hate it when Limp Bizkit covered it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. and it was horrible. And now I really kind of hate the song because I heard the Limp Bizkit version so many times in high school, and it was just terrible. So the song itself, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna let it be at number one because I respect George Michael. I think he was talented and he had a good voice, and, But I didn't like Wham, and I didn't get into his solo stuff. So yeah, I can't gush over him because not really a fan. Uh,
Nigga, you need to listen to older. Okay,
I've,
listen to
you
older.
know, what was the song that he had
What?
um, on that album? Uh,
Jesus to a Child.
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. The whole man. Listen to older man. That album is magnificent, man. It's one of the deepest, most heartfelt, personal albums I think ever released, man. This dude, he put his soul into that record, man. He really did, man. And he basically, that's his coming out of the closet, record or whatever, man. And you can just feel the pain, man. I mean, it's I give the dude props, man. It took a lot of courage for him to do that. You know, especially being a pop icon like he was, man. He basically turned his back on all that, man. You know, to be because when he released Listen Without Prejudice, which was his follow up to Faith, everybody was wanting to hear Faith Part 2. He was like, nah. That's why he did Listen Without Prejudice. And I don't know if you remember the album cover of Listen Without Prejudice. He's not on the album cover. It's a crowd. It's a crowd of people, and it's a black and white photo of the audience. And he's saying you need to listen to this, without, hear the music, not the artist, not the persona. Listen to the artist and what I have to say, without prejudice. And it takes a lot of guts because he probably lost millions of dollars. By if he'd have stayed on that little bandwagon that he was on, just being a pop idol man, he would have had hit after hit after hit because he was a great songwriter, great singer, and it would have went on and on and on, man. And he would have made a ton of fucking money. But no, he turned it back on all that. That took a lot of fucking courage, man. So I give the dude props just on that, if nothing else. So
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I will. I'll give him that applause. There you go. Good for him. It was great. It really is.
let me put you like this, man. That's something that Michael Jackson never would have done. Ever.
Oh, we don't have to do that, man. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's true.
He obviously did not do it.
No.
So,
he never would have.
Well, we may as well not say he wouldn't have done it because he didn't do it.
No.
The man lived to be 50 years old. He never did it. So, I mean, let's not talk about it, okay?
It took courage, man, to do that.
Okay. And as it goes, he didn't do it. So there's no point in even he wouldn't have done it because he didn't do it. He's actually dead.
He had the opportunity to do it. He decided to make Bad Part, Thriller Part 2.
Before George Michael, so obviously he didn't do it. So there you go. All right. So it deserved to be number one. I'll say that, but I don't like it.
All right, that's all you gotta say, man.
All right, that's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there you have it. Okay. So. Man, we're through 1987, so we got 1988 and 1989 left to go. So at some point, I'm sure we'll get that done as well. So what do you think so far? Go back and listen to our other shows, delving into the 1980s. Are we off base? How close are we? Or our opinions, whack? Am I a racist or misogynist?
Are you a predator?
Predator, all this kind of stuff. Have I turned you off? Have I turned you on to listening to our podcast and everything? I know we digress a lot because this is 2 hours and 48 minutes and counting. So if you had the courage to listen to this, everything that we've said tonight, then shame on you. But
or as George Bush once said, only once, shame on you, fool. Can't get fooled again.
Did he actually say that?
That's actually what he said.
Okay. Yeah. George Bush was the last good Republican president. How about that?
George W. Bush?
Which one? The old one. The one that's dead.
I'm talking about W.
Oh.
W said that.
Oh, no. No. Okay. I don't know much about him. I didn't pay attention to him at all. So his whole presidency is like a blur. So.
Even after 9/11?
Once again, I never paid attention to him as president. And once they stole that election from Al Gore, I was like, whatever, man. I know we have to deal with this fool for 8 years, so fuck it. So. Okay. So I don't know why we're talking about presidents right now, but anyways. So what do you think? Did the songs that we talk about deserve to be number one? Which songs that we didn't like or didn't think deserved to be number one actually did deserve to be number one? Did Starship deserve to be number one? Tiffany, folks like that, White Snake, Whitney damn Houston, all those folks. Did they, reach these exalted heights through the merit of their music, or was it some other machine that was generating this popularity behind their music? So, what do you think? Hit me up below. Comment below. Let me know. Subscribe. Hit me up online. Hit me up at What Lonzo Thinks on Twitter. Email me, whatlonzothinks@gmail.com. I really appreciate all your comments and everything. I get a lot of responses from everyone. I really enjoy, responding to your comments on YouTube and everything. So please continue to do that. Sign up for notifications. So whenever I do release a 2 hour and 50-minute video, you're ready for it. usually when I do these long videos or whatever, usually there's about 5 to 10 minutes of digressing at the very beginning. So if you like fast forward to like 10 minutes, you can usually just catch me starting in on stuff or whatever and kind of going from there. So you got any last words, man?
Watch Megalodon versus Gatoroid.
I might watch it tonight. I usually try to watch a movie when I go to bed or whatever. So I'm sure I'll try to watch it. It'll probably put me right to sleep because I'll be so disgusted by what I'm seeing. So.
No, you probably be wired because you're like, this is so awesome.
No, I gotta get up early, man. Shit, I got an hour commute, man. Shit. And if you live in the Atlanta area, an hour commute in Atlanta it can be an hour, or it can be 5 hours, just depending on how lucky you are when you hit the interstate. So,
sad.
Yeah, very sad. I hate gridlock. All right. Anyways, that being said, hit me up below. Let me know what's up. Tell me what you think about these songs and everything that we talked about. Am I a predator? I want to know that too. So, hit me up. Comment below. Let me know what you think, because damn it, you just heard what Lonzo thinks. Bye.